Eldritch Blast.
Well, hello there. Welcome to Tabletop Fables.
Oh, fancy man has wine.
The classiest D&D stream on the internet.
Really?
No.
Oh, let me tell you.
Motherfucker! Wait till we start chugging from the bottle.
When last we left our Zhentarim friends, acquaintances, colleagues,
The Zhentarim.
co-workers,
I don't even associate myself with these people.
they were
Except for her.
in a graveyard grave robbing for a weapon of mass destruction.
Oh yeah, that's
We
really good.
purchased that weapon of mass destruction. We are going to collect our legally purchased property.
I mean,
Illegally-
black market, legally purchased.
Yeah, we probably just got screwed. We should have just come and grabbed it.
Yeah, probably.
See, I told you we should have paid GST.
Yeah.
And insurance.
And VAT. Sales tax. And so you started talking to this group of people. There's one really tall guy. I think I said he was about 10 feet tall.
Yeah, he was only like just taller than us. He was only like 2 inches taller than me. So he's like 8 foot.
It's taken how many episodes for you to have someone to look in the eye?
He's
I know,
large.
right?
Well, he's large. The she
Yeah.
has it just normal, but big. And so, very large grey cloak, sort of some barnacles on it. Next to him, there's like 2 muscles for hire. And in front of them all, there's a guy who was a bit of he was an older guy wearing chainmail, but generally like general clothes. Yeah, looks a bit more not like a commoner, but sort of middle class kind of guy. He had a mace at his hip, and he was basically saying, "Go away," in a bit more complicated language. Eventually, though, this tall guy just goes, "Enough," turns around and leaves at you guys. And we rolled initiative. And I rolled a natural 20 on that guy's initiative. So, I believe Koff and Emharis were invisible flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How about you three?
I was sort of stuck in the ground and I was a bit like,
Yeah, you were cracking your bones ready. I was also cracking my bones ready and casting some shielding. So shield.
And I will be dropping into a giant hyena.
In about 5 on the initiative.
Would you like it or shall I?
you can have it.
How can I be like 5 down on the initiative? 20?
Well, he got 25 and you got 20.
That's how. He rolled a
I rolled it out to
25.
20 and added 5 to it.
He rolled a natural 25 on the D20.
You
So-
added this one to it?
Yeah, so now I have an initiative of 20.
Sweet.
I act first.
We still got 25, so who would be closest? That's probably my question.
I mean, I feel like we stopped
I was
at the
going to
same
say,
point.
I'm
Yeah, we all
never
like
in front of anybody, so.
So we're probably at the front.
Depending on where they're located, they might actually be closer.
Well,
They're pathetic.
that is aware of. So he starts running forward, and you watch as his upper limbs haul 2 short swords. And running forward, he's got like greenish grey skin, a set of armour that looks made out of almost like metallic seashells and things like that. Large webbed feet, a second set of hands down the base of his cloak. He runs forward, tries to stab him.
Yay!
Here it comes.
Here it comes. He has advantage because you haven't acted yet. That'll hit. I think I do order a crit then. Which I do. So,
Cool. Good thing,
Yeah. Tribute.
good thing I have a reserve of hit points.
9 plus 9, 10, 16, 18, 19, 38, 42 hit points.
I mean, he's up.
I have 4 health left.
He attacks with his second sword. What's your AC?
17,
Maybe I should have cast a shield on you.
maybe.
I rolled 1 of my damage dice and lost another dice, so that's a good sign. 5 more damage.
And I'm down.
Oh yeah, I lost a dice here yesterday. I forgot to grab it after fraction.
That doesn't go on forever.
I'll grab it later.
Cool, so you're down.
Yep.
Good start with the assassin. Emissos.
Sorry, it's not like you're not.
Excuse me, Cameron.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't doing it.
I guess now is actually probably a really good time to do a
It's probably a good thing you're invisible.
3rd level cure wounds.
In a better time, some would argue.
Rather than getting in the fight, being behind him, I'm just going to drop my knees and think happy thoughts, like lots of 8s, and not get them.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Is it?
I thought you were going to be think happy thoughts. Yeah.
8. Come on, 20 points. Yeah, 20 points of health.
That's sweet. I'll take it.
Truedream.
Cool.
You see in one motion this guy who's bigger than you, travelled incredibly quickly, run up, shanked 5, he's then been healed.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and attack with it. That's a 4 on the die. That's going to be a 10.
That'll miss.
Yeah, I figured. And I'm going to attack with my hammer because he's like right next to me. That's a 2 on the dice. You're being so polite for Fracture.
What's your AC?
21.
So as you attack and miss, he moves forward with his kind of almost partially shark-like head, his bottom jaw leans down, he just comes in for a bite and succeeds.
It's these water heretics again.
I'm just saying, we're invisible, we could leave.
Yes, we could. Good luck, everybody else.
For 7
Farewell.
damage.
This is Democracy Manifest.
2 big guys then pull their long swords, step forward. One will attack Truedream, and one attacks 5. That is a whole lot of missing.
Good.
Lovely, thank you.
You are still prone though. That is still a whole lot of missing.
Woo, good. I'm glad.
Emharis.
Okay, do any of them speak Primordial?
You don't know.
You
No, it
mentioned
just becomes relevant if I have to say what I'm saying or not.
Hey, you don't know, but they don't.
Okay. Well, in Primordial, I start shouting out quite loudly. The strange tones echoing through the cemetery. And behind my companions, it looks like a huge mounds of earth start bursting apart and huge black hands start clawing out.
I get out my primordial dictionary and go, I didn't remember learning that.
So we're no longer invisible.
Make a performance check.
spicy.
Ooh, okay, that was cold. That is a 21.
Turning around. It looks like the 2 muscles guys, they look over there, both really concerned at what the fuck is going on. The other 2 look like they're keeping their cool a bit more. 5.
I will pop up. Yep.
Keep up with all your other one.
And I will turn to the big guy that just hit me, and I will try to attack him. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
And I will throw a smite into it because.
Oh, why is this?
I bid you adieu. Like.
But I'm also going to. Oh wait, I'd have to choose to put the thunderous smite into it before I handle that.
From a sword?
Yeah.
No.
All right, cool. Then I'll add a thunderous smite into it as well.
Spicy.
We shall call him
Ooh,
Steve.
he has 3 arms.
4 arms.
Oh.
Can't believe it's just Darth Sidious or whatever it was, the robot with like all the 4-arm legs.
Grievous.
That one.
General
I'm so fast.
I know Star Wars.
Just got some game.
I say as a Star Wars player on Thursdays.
He
I know
can scratch
Star
his
Wars.
butt, his nose, and operate 2 lightsabers at the same time.
And 29 points of damage and a strength saving throw.
What's your DC?
Oh shit. It's been a while.
It's a shit DC.
14.
He just stands up. So you get, there's a detonation.
Don't forget your kitty.
And then I will, as usual, kind of skids a little bit. Does he?
He moved back like
Yeah, like a. And then I'll swing again.
There you hear a series of crows.
Does a 14 hit?
No. Bounces off his armor.
2. And my cat will also attack him.
So the blur steps out from behind you.
Nope. That was a natural 8. So it would be a 12 for the cat. And a 3. Nope. Bad dice. Bad.
Naughty children.
Tentacles come out and one of his lower hands just sort of flicks a dagger sort of towards the thing off.
And that's my turn.
Priest then steps forward and you see him sort of lean up, pull out a symbol of like, appears to be a, well, it's a kraken. And so large squid. And whispers a few prayers. And series of small things that basically look like squids, but they're actually miniature krakens, start slowly spinning around out even further and further and further. So everyone within 15 feet, which I don't think is you two.
No, we're
Would be you three. Needs to make a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Isn't a squid just a minion kraken anyway?
Yeah.
12.
I think the Kraken's just unleashed.
Oh, these are mini krakens, they're just kraken.
15.
Crack eye.
Crackeronis.
Crackerpodes.
DC's 13.
22.
15.
So it's 18 hard for you two. 5. He's having a good time.
And 2 hit points.
So yeah, he does that. Cough.
Alright, so they're all facing away from us, right?
Yeah. Oh no, like the two meat sacks turning around and looking at.
Aren't they
It's a
looking at
win.
the people rising out of the ground?
Well, actually, no, relatively close to you.
No, because they were behind them.
I thought you guys were flanking.
I've got 100
We
points of
are.
range.
Oh,
so
okay,
I'm
okay.
behind
So you
him,
did it away
there's
from everyone.
a couple
Okay.
of giant hands
Then,
clawing
yes,
over
they
the
are
ground.
looking away from you.
Right, so I roll a stealth check to get advantage on the. I assume the priest is one at the back.
If you attack one of the guys who's straight up looking at this thing, no.
What about the priest? Is he at the back? Because I assume he's at the back.
Well, no, he's sort of moved more into the middle of the group.
Right, I'll attack
so
him.
his spiritual guardians can hit everyone.
But I'll turn into a werewolf first and charge it.
I have that.
It's a really useful spell.
I should use that.
There was less squid.
With more
More
squid.
fists.
Oh,
Calamari guardians.
that was I forgot to say that was necrotic damage.
Oh shit. So that would have been halved.
Yeah.
Well then, we're
It
ready
was
to
18, so yeah.
Yeah, so I have to choose between radiant and necrotic.
So you're fine.
Yeah, you were fine.
So I run up and I gore the back guy in the back. So that's 22.
That will hit.
So it was an 8. No, it was not.
Using Night Hag stats.
Yeah.
Where Night Hag.
I'll roll the important bit first.
Yeah, I'm just looking for
He
the...
fails his constitution check
That
and
is the
contracts
important
lycanthropy.
I'm sure that will matter after I murder him, but I was actually looking for my tusks.
They're on your face near your snout.
So can you make a strength saving throw?
Not well. What's the save?
13.
I can make it.
Yeah. So he's not knocked prone, but he does take an additional 2d6 damage. 46, so... 6. Take 17 damage from the tusks, and then I... maul him. Which I miss.
Yep. So this crazed werebeast just comes running out and starts mauling this guy. Back to the top. he will go after the healers, I think. So he steps up to Emissos.
Right.
Crits.
Hi, it was nice knowing you.
Oh, you've got the hyena HP, don't you?
No, I spent everything healing him last time. Unless I could.
You can use your bonus action to charge
Oh,
it.
then I would have done that. To get that one extra hit point.
It might be useful.
Not coming out of your hit points, is the important thing.
That's right, he's got no one near him, he can't sneak attack.
Yeah, that is correct. 7 damage.
Okay.
Sorry. Just in general, but also it was actually 10 damage because I forgot to double the 3 on my 2d6 I rolled. So on this second, the natural 20 I just rolled.
Those dice need to be retired. Just rigged. Rigged dice says.
They're coins, I swear. 1 or 20, nothing else. 5, 10, 14 damage from the second one. He comes in for his bite. Now, if this is a natural 20, no.
So natural 1?
No, it was a 16.
Yeah.
So you lied.
Yeah, I know. I'm a DM, my words lads. 10 damage. Jeez. That's him, Emissos.
Are any of the group bunched together?
Yeah, pretty much all of them at this point. All within like 10, 15 feet of each other.
Okay. Call lightning. Does that take time to?
Nope.
Okay.
No, there's not a storm at the moment, but you can just go bam
Yeah.
as you
Okay.
cast the spell.
I am going to as I'm almost dead, stand up back as a human and drop call lightning on the group. I think it's 15 feet.
It's 5 foot, I think, from where the in point. So you can put it on like a corner, which case you'd probably be hitting Glad and on the priest. Glad and the priest.
As in Truedream, the Goliath? You said the Goliath, the priest.
I'm Glad.
Oh.
What's his name?
60-foot radius centered on a point. Seems awfully big.
Well, that's the area you
Oh yeah,
activate
each
it.
creature within 5 feet of the point. Okay, yeah, probably the biggest group of them.
Which would be those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's do DC.
What's your DC again?
Should say on the top of your spell page.
Oh, sorry. Spell save DC.
Yeah.
14.
The assassin makes it. The priest does not. The assassin does not have evasion for some reason.
Cool. Here comes 3d10. 12, 19. I assume halved for the one that made it.
And that's not two numbers. That's 1,219 hit points of damage.
Kills him so hard he's still alive.
And I happen to take 19 points of damage somehow.
What is... But as this bolt of lightning out, it comes out of the blue, well,
Yeah.
the black, and just cracks down. Squids start dissipating around.
Think fuck.
Which reminds me, can you make wisdom save?
Do I have to?
Yeah, because it'll be at the start of your turn.
Yeah, it's 23.
I'll do it.
Yeah, so I rolled 7, 7, and an 8. 23 halved, so it's 11.
Cool.
And then yeah, just
Brett came to out of the party today.
yes. And my dice did. I didn't. So, Truedream.
Cool. So you did it to us, so I'm going to do it right back. Spirit Guardians. So I'm going to drop Shields of Faith because I have to, because they're both concentration. So I cast Spirit Guardians. Do I need to make a roll for Spirit Guardians to cast?
No, they make saves.
Excellent. So a bunch of small black creatures seem to appear, like almost like Thing from the Addams Family. It just like that just appear and move and twist and grip.
Ah, that's one best hand.
that grip and pull and tear at all of the enemies and keep us all perfectly fine.
Excellent. 3d8 damage.
Slapped.
Excellent. And it shall be necrotic because I am.
Pinch their nose.
Oh, actually, no, I'm neutral. So it's technically radiant. Because I'm actually technically neutral.
There's a
Except
lot
when
of
it comes to people's legs.
There's a lot of technically there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Neutral. She half and half. She likes the top, not the bottom.
She's good to her core. Below that deep.
Yeah. So that's going to be 13 radiant.
Oh, jeez, that's 13 radiant on all of them.
Yes.
Because every single one failed their save.
And now the next part of my attack. Because I still have my spiritual weapon.
It's cuddles and squishies.
To the face.
Oh, that's 17 on the die. And the big boy.
I'll hit him.
Excellent.
He's not well armored. He's just
Excellent.
well armed.
He won't be for long.
Swapped in his armor for arms.
I would do that too. Especially since I'm not wearing armor.
And you need more arms.
That's going to be 12 damage.
Yep. He will make a legendary attack.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he has legendary actions.
What are those?
He just can attack out of turn occasionally. That's what he did last turn and bit you.
What?
Yeah.
You've never fought a legendary creature before.
Boss fight.
So he pulls out a dagger and flips it at the were creature.
How dare he?
And it hits you and bounces off because it's not magical.
Yeah. Excellent. I give him the ball fingers.
Stupid shark boy.
Just hooves.
Yeah.
Cool. The veterans. One looks around, thinking, can you make a... Oh no, can you attack with the spiritual guardians again?
Sure.
At the start of their turns, they get hit.
I shouldn't have put them dice away. That is going to be 8. Not as good on that one, but...
Good enough.
Oh, excellent.
No, I mean in the sense that this guy's getting gored, it's getting hit. The giant hand monsters, he's the one who was freaked out, he's just been hit multiple times. He turns and runs.
Woo! Now, quick question. Do I still hit Sentinel and the werewolf? It doesn't require equipment.
I don't know.
That feat.
Oh, his speed is halved, by the way.
Maybe zeroed. You see.
Well, we'll attack first and see if you hit him.
16.
Yeah, you hit him.
Yeah, and if a creature's speed is
Oh wait,
halved...
no you don't, his AC is 17.
God damn it. Or maybe the boar has a better rating.
So his EA starts right away. So he is...
But with really slow speed.
So he
So
moves...
Monk everyone's really slow. It's fine.
He gets out, uses a Maisha's movement to get to the edge of your spiritual guardians, and then he can move 4 pace. The other veteran steps forward to try to stab you.
Me?
No, the one doing all the damage to everyone.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
19.
Matches my AC because I had to drop shield. Okay.
Longsword hit class. Well, yeah. He does 12 damage, then 10 damage.
Okay.
So he hits you twice with his longsword, then he pulls a short sword out in the second hand. He'll use that again. The special tool that'll help us later. Emharis.
So the illusion continues, and this time the giant hands pull up what looks like a huge demonic head, like a cross between an ape and a demon with twisted horns and glowing red eyes, and it lets out a roar, a bellow, as I cast Shadow to make it look like it was it doing it, for 5 points of damage to everyone.
Oh, hi, Mum.
Yep.
As it starts to pull itself up out of the ground, still crumbling away from it.
5 points.
Yep.
One of the guys has run away. Too far for that. The rest get hit. Can you roll performance again with advantage?
Uh, 26.
Alrighty. The other veterans go on, the other two I'm going. Yep. Looks like you've got to everyone except Glad, who's not turning around and paying attention.
Is that the big
The
guy?
big guy, yeah. It's, he's like slightly frothing at the mouth and just looks really into the fight.
Bit rabid.
Yeah, sort of. It was a Shanguin, so they're just insane. And the other three look like they're ready to run. So those guys who are in hiding won't bother coming out. 5.
I will. Is it how many people are within 5 feet of me?
Allies or enemies or both?
Both.
Truedream, Emissos is.
There's a cat next to the big guy as well.
Yeah, then the priest and
So
the big guy.
not another enemy within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, it's 2. Yeah,
Alright, then I'm
the
going.
priest and the big guy.
I am going to say exactly where I am and use my action to heal myself 25 hit points. And then I'm going to attack twice with the. No, bad dice. Uh, 16 on the big guy. I think that's his.
16 will hit him,
It was 18.
yeah. His AC is 15.
A good kid. Ooh. Spicy.
Yeah, very spicy. So the first is 15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is natural 2.
Now, Mrs. Priest. Let's see. Can you please? How much damage do you for your spiritual guardians?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. That is going to be 12. It chips away.
A lot of people are starting to look hurt now. Yeah. So it's either the priest in front of you just makes a swording gesture, and your spiritual guardians gets dispelled. At which point he turns and runs.
I'll take a swing at him.
Yeah.
Fight, fight, fight.
Uh,
Well, it's not a 1.
yeah, well, I also have +8, so.
Good.
Which is
15.
15, yeah. Does 15 hit?
Yeah.
Sweet. Sorry,
Priest.
He's looking
alright.
He's looking really hurt. So,
How's the big guy looking still?
he's looking quite hurt as well.
On a scale of like
Then I will.
1 to
Then I'll
max
smite this guy.
HP.
I'll try to smite
Somewhere
this
in
guy.
This guy doesn't look like you need a smite.
Oh, well, I'm doing it anyway, just
Yeah,
to prove
okay.
the point.
Yeah,
Should
yeah,
make that one more, 'cause-
I mean, that is kind of
Proving a
gross.
point.
So I'm gonna reroll that as well. Just that's 10 and 18, 23 points of damage.
So more than 1?
Yeah,
Cool, he's dead.
and
He just
Exploding.
cough.
Alright, so
Could I pick up too?
they're all running away, yeah?
So they look like they're about to. Oh, sorry. The big guy doesn't look like he's going to run away. One of the veterans is about to run away. One of the veterans is running away, and the priest is dead.
How far away is everyone from me? Like the big guy and the veteran that's
The big guy's like 10 feet.
and the guy that's not running?
Well, he's about to run. The veteran is like they're both about 10 feet.
You should be more concerned about the giant demon ape clawing his way out of the ground.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm very focused on killing these people. I want to get the guy who's running away, but I don't. I step back 10 feet and I run up and charge the dude.
Yep.
And I go here. I miss. And then I turn around and I try and go. Am I 15 feet away from the big guy now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I run up and go him as well. Which I miss.
Well, that round was a bit
15.
boring.
Oh, I turn around and I go at him.
So yeah, you run away and try to go over and miss. As you do, you feel like some inconsequential scratch of your back.
Yeah.
As these guys' non-magical weapons continue to fail them.
I'm immortal.
Unlimited power.
What would he do?
What would Brian Boy Tano do?
Oh, don't even. How dare you get that stuck in my head?
If I want to dislocate and or break Koff's legs, do I now have to cast magic weapon on my hands in order to dislocate the joints?
Yes. Yeah, although if you pick up a big boulder and dropped it on his legs, that'll break it. Because it's only weapons and like physical attacks. It's not natural attacks, because there was something written by what's his name about this. It's based on the mythical immunities, not necessarily
What's his
logic.
name?
So we could
Mike Myers, or whatever. Mike Mills.
The guy that
realistically,
played Austin Powers?
we could hobble him with like 2 large rocks.
It's not relevant to this exact moment or potentially ever. I was just curious.
To be
17
clear,
hit 5.
you have
Yes, that
to
was my
immediately
AC.
get them to drop on me. You can't throw them on me or drop them on me.
Okay, guys, we're gonna set up a base.
So you can
camp
drop him on you.
around
You can drop him on you.
it. Oh, excellent. This isn't directly relevant. It's just interesting. It also means the next time he falls from a height from dropping
You'll
the
take
wall
damage.
at us,
11.
you'll
I'll
still
take
damage.
less damage. Slow fall.
18 to hit you again.
That will also succeed.
Strangely.
Yeah, 12 damage.
Yep.
How's your health looking?
13 hit points.
I don't know. So
Scale of
he would try to
1 to
bite you.
But
He would try to bite you then.
okay.
Bad one. Ooh, I'm next to him. I will make a reaction.
19.
I got a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
25 will hit.
I'll allow it.
One was good, one wasn't.
Well, I do
Damage.
have the shield scroll that I could have blocked all of these.
But you only get it once.
Yeah.
I'm sure the greatest wizard can make another shield scroll.
6 and
No
10
doubt.
damage from the bite.
I'm still up.
Should be interesting when he tries to activate that one.
He does not succumb to the curse. Emissos.
Hello.
It's for the camera work. I thought it makes more sense than the camera.
I'm going to reach out, pump another 11 of my lovely hit points all over 5. It's back.
Call that
and then
Superman.
drop into a hyena again in my bonus action.
Sure. He is going to pull a dagger and throw it at you. And hit you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the one dice pulled.
yeah.
For 7 damage. Truedream.
Yes. Oh, excellent. It's a 60-foot range. So how far away is Big Boy and friends?
Well, Big Boy's right in front of your face.
Oh, excellent.
about a
Excellent. So
foot
I
and
don't
a
even
half.
have to worry about fire.
He
Excellent.
no longer has any friends.
Not anymore.
He didn't before, really.
I'm going to take a swing. That's an 18 on the die.
That'll hit.
Excellent. That is going to be 8 damage, and then my spiritual weapon attacks. That's 17 on the die,
Yeah.
and it attacks. That's an 8 on the dice itself, so 8 plus 6. So 14.
And how do you kill him?
Yay! So Truedream basically comes from the front with like a sideways strike to the knee, and then the spiritual weapon basically comes behind to push down. So the knee goes that way, and the force goes that way, and he goes tonk.
And the head went that way, and the legs went that way.
Our Australian humour.
He collapses to the ground, sort of makes one more feeble swing at you and finishes moving. Yeah, the two veterans just keep running. You guys gonna let them go?
How far away they get?
If you two are chasing them down, they're probably gonna die.
Well, yeah, consider I can move, 60 feet? No, something ridiculous.
Yeah, you've got you've got the whole of this form and your normal hit points, and you're immune to their weapons.
Yeah, 100 feet on a double dash, so...
Just to be for careful sake, I roll the guy over and just chuck my sword straight in like base of his like skull.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah, you see there's some nice gills at the side, just up through them.
Always double tap your local heretics today.
Also, it was I needed to stab him again for that 44 points of damage in that first round. That hurt.
Where's assassin? So
Hurt me bad.
So they all go down eventually. You probably take some damage in your form, but by the time you turn back, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So you're now in front of this crypt. It has the angel statue on the top.
There's also a giant demon crawling out of the ground.
Oh yeah. By the way, there's also a giant demon over there.
Oh yeah, well,
That's normal.
they just see a hyena go after mauling that guy straight at the giant thing and just like in the air at it. Is it like, I think, like, is it actual there or is it?
Well, everyone thinks
And
of them unless they
elimination.
really look hard and succeed on a DC 15 wisdom save.
He will have
Intelligence.
fun doing that. I will pray for some health for
No.
us.
Okay, a hyena just like launches itself in midair, just goes through at its face.
I follow it.
Truedream is gonna hunker down and start casting prayer of healings. Everyone will go and wait for 10 minutes.
Oh no, sorry, was
I don't know.
wisdom?
Did you roll against the wisdom save to see if you could see it's an illusion?
Actually, no, wisdom save would have got a 17.
I don't care.
It's not really very
It's
long.
normal.
That's not. I mean, that you don't care. I mean, he's never done this before.
Okay, I am a follower of Bane.
So am I.
Yeah, a large apparition of blackness coming out of the ground with hands.
It's
normal.
It's an undead horde with a giant.
No,
demon.
it's a giant demon in the middle with like glowing red eyes and huge horns. It's about 20 feet tall.
She's like, hi mom.
That's like
And now
totally not our thing.
And that's saying they're roaring.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
Well, actually, by the time the hyena jumps through it, it's clear it's an illusion.
Okay, well then.
No. I want to know beforehand.
13 on the die. Plus 6.
You just hear a booming voice calling out, Emharis for Neath is the greatest wizard of all. And it comes up and places a hand on my head. He said it, not me.
Anyway, I'm gonna hunker down and
Clearly
start
not.
casting prayer of healing.
Yep.
So actually, I'm gonna double check if I can make that more healies.
So yeah,
I believe I have a key. I think we were told last week what to do.
yeah. There's a key. It's crypt. The one-winged angel is over it. Well, like it was a two-winged angel, and one of the wings is broken off.
Yeah, there's the broken wing.
It's not full anime statue.
Yeah. You sure?
It's not Sephiroth the drop pad statue.
What is your current health?
24.
Out of how many points off of?
I'm basically around half.
Okay. Is anyone else injured?
Yeah,
I need
I'm back
my
up to 37, 38.
Cool. Because I am going to use prayer of healing. I was deciding whether to use a second or third level slot, so either 2 or 3 d8.
Well, I'm only at 11 hit points, so it's probably not worth risking 2d8.
I'm just under half my hit points.
Yeah,
Which is why I was checking for everyone else.
Spend them on yourself, because I've still got a couple of
Everyone
first
gets
slots.
the roll. It's indiscriminate. It's just whatever the roll is, everyone takes it.
Oh, okay.
So,
So while she's sitting there, shall we try to get into this crypt then?
I'm currently looking for a key. Kind of like
This is gonna happen.
just like leaning on the door, just like.
this is gonna. If you split this party by going in there while I am praying, this is going to happen exactly as what happened with the Lord of Lance Rock.
That seemed to work well for most of us.
It did not.
Oh, I'm still here.
I come back
To be
up.
fair, kill the harp ranger in the group.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty freaking
Okay, well,
successful.
I come back dragging whichever body I found, and then I strip him. for anything interesting.
Scale mail is probably the most interesting thing.
16
That's not
health back
interesting.
for everyone.
Did the assassin have anything reasonable?
His short swords feel slightly magical, but he has a garrote.
Oh, actually, I take that.
Ooh, spicy.
Apart from that, he has armor that looks water dynamic, aqua dynamic, and
Streamline.
No,
has like
it's water dynamic now, Brett.
It's
You
water-
committed to this.
it's water dynamic.
And it's Australian water dynamics, so it's just a budgie smuggler.
He was eating an onion before, I'll note.
On purpose.
I'm gonna.
What's
So
this
it's
extra
a
sock
giant
for?
cloak, giant cloak has like some barnacles around, but generally seems very warm and feels slightly oily, like the water would succumb it fairly easy.
I take the cloak. I don't actually have one, so.
You need it for the emo look.
Yeah, it suits my aesthetic. I'm gonna strip him and see if I can find another Kraken tattoo on him. That actually very much suits my aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It is on his butt.
Yeah? Yep.
Tattoo is
Fair.
on his butt.
You're very fishy.
So we're talking
There we
about that
go.
old man in the middle there, right? That's what you like?
Oh yeah.
He's actually at a lower Crown's rating. This was a challenge situation. So he doesn't actually have a tattoo on him.
Not even on his butt?
Nope.
I check his taint.
What, even like between his toes?
What is it with this party and like stripping people naked after we kill them?
We are perverts.
Your purpose. I'm trying to get into this.
4 arms.
Excuse me, it's one of my tenants. I have to.
he's got 4 arms. I wonder if he's got any other multiple limbs.
I'm a paladin of conquering, and I conquered that ass.
We're just like pilfering through, we're just like, praise Bane, praise Bane, praise Bane, praise Bane.
Both of you are very disappointed he only has 1 penis.
The fact he's a shaman.
Swahagen.
Couldn't even be a kidnapper.
Swarhagen.
That's what I go with.
He's a Swarhagen. He's a Swarhagen.
Whoa!
Swahagen.
It might be probably signify his own rank in the thing.
True.
But yeah, so this door has a really obvious lock in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So once we have waited the 10 minutes for my healer.
We did?
Yes!
I did.
about you?
Well, I waited, but that's only because I was searching the cleric.
You're all healed.
I wasn't injured, so okay.
Anyone that needed it gets 16 health back.
Did anyone need it?
Yes. What I need is a
3 people did.
What I actually need is a long rest because that burned through like
All the good stuff.
3 spell slots and all my lay on hands.
That was just the first attack.
Yeah. The rest of it was fine. Just that opener, I was like, oh no.
Like it is with every fight I ever do, it's like, here are all the natural 20s, and now I'm going to miss first and fight. So you go inside, you see this was once a tomb of some minor lord or the like, and sitting quite neatly on top of a sarcophagus, not sarcophagus, it's a coffin. There's a wooden box.
A lot of Eknal rock. It's lance backwards. I spent so long trying to figure out what the inverse of lance would be to make a joke for the Lord of Lance
No,
rock.
it's Lord Alucard. So the police box it's wooden. All across it and around it, there's a series of symbology. From what you can pick up, it's all symbology of water. And while it is wooden, there's wax seal around it, and there's a large wax seal on it as well.
No, well, we weren't warned not to open this.
You specifically were warned that it would be a problem if you release it from its containment.
I slide a gold coin towards Pipe and say, bet you won't open it.
I pick up the box and put it in my bag.
It's you bag of holding.
No, I've got like a sack, like a hobo sack that I just carry around everywhere.
So I don't want to be asked a leading question, but how careful is you do this? As as you pick it up, it's quite heavy.
I have-
the lid sealed on with wax. There is like a cap and stuff like that.
The only things I have in this bag are like
Legs.
Also the legs.
No, that's a side satchel. That's my arm bag. Is just on like salted meats, basic rations, and I did have a bunch of gold in there, but I just spent that on this.
As like you pick it up,
quite carefully.
as you pick it up, Truedream kind of like just takes out like a blanket from her bedroll and just kind of like around your hands, just wraps it first, and then puts it back in your hands.
I slip and drop it.
Well, now this city's dead.
I'm already sprinting away. That's fine.
So yeah, I slide it into my bag.
How big is this crypt?
It's like one room.
Okay.
So it's basically for one guy. So yeah, it's like a stone sarcophagus, coffin-y thing.
Okay.
Oh, it's a studio apartment in New York.
Yeah.
No, just like
More expensive though.
while we're down here, I'd take the one down and give it a wave just in case.
No.
Points
The
of
one with the
5.
bank counter?
Was it no? It's a radar.
It's inside the walls. No, you don't find any secret doors or anything like that.
Cool.
Was it sitting on a sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it looks like probably a couple of 100 years ago, someone in some very nice lordly clothes was here. There would be a weapon because they're a lord and they're buried in one. It doesn't look magical, just slightly rusted but masterwork, sort of long sword. Actually, no, it'd probably be a rapier. And there are some rings and things like that as well, necklace.
Yeah, metal. Lovely. I'm gone.
And then I start putting the lid back on.
Yep. So you get 180 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Ooh, tasty.
Don't eat those gold pieces. What are you doing?
I want them.
She poops it sparkles. I'm a unicorn.
Smell like cinnamon buns.
Please make a wisdom save.
Me?
Yep. The guy who just grave rolled. Yes, you.
I think you're the guy that grave robbed.
Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 19.
Plus your millions of bonuses.
Well, yeah, plus my
Yeah.
plus 3 and then plus my plus 4.
Alright. You are not cursed.
Spicy.
Well, I mean,
Did I feel something?
Not by the grave. The rest of it's
What did I
black.
say?
Somebody to say
Did that feel
that.
like it was coming from my sword or from the rings that I picked
You
up?
didn't feel.
Okay. That being said, he can have words with me if he wishes, so...
No curses needed.
Shit, Emharis, you missed. Let's try again.
So you guys have this, and yeah.
Okay, so we can make sure the fire cultists don't get this, but what are we going to do with it exactly?
We give it to the Zhentarim.
Oh, speaking of which, I wrote down their names and then I proceeded to not write down their names somehow.
Do we know what sort of area or effect this thing has?
in my life.
You know nothing about it.
Cool, let's take it in the middle of town and see what it does.
That is probably less than wise. However, I do have an idea of where we can actually use it. Remember we were told about the Harpy Queen. If we were to find a hole into her lair and yeet it down as fast as possible, it would in theory break open and destroy everything down there, making it significantly easier.
Or also, we don't actually know what this is going to do.
Exactly. That is why we should use it against an enemy.
You want to throw a possibly world-ending device down into the earth just because it might make it slightly easier?
She's right, we should do it.
What if it literally opened up a portal to the abyss and then it just flooded demons into the world?
Okay, good idea.
That sounds
Maybe we do it with the Lich King.
I'm going to hold on to this because apparently you've lost your sanity and you're idiots.
It would be hilarious.
They're rubbing off on you.
Just against her leg.
She's like, oh no.
Can't rip it off!
You guys are starting to hear footsteps outside.
I am outside currently.
Alright, that's
Do
good.
we have a teleport?
I'm currently kind
Did
of
we have a teleport?
perimeter, but most of them are
Teleport?
shrinking.
Like a teleport spell. I thought we might have.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
reckon we will.
No. Damn.
Not in relation to this, no.
No, I thought we might have picked up a scroll somewhere.
Actually, I think
No, that sounds familiar.
I don't know. If no one wrote it down in the
It
character.
does sound vaguely familiar that we did, but at the same time, last game I was here, I was using my computer, not my sheet.
It certainly sounds like something someone should have written down if it was the
I
case.
feel like if anyone would have had it, Emharis would have had it. But
But the
We
important,
We don't have one.
well,
we
time
might.
to fight our way out.
We might, because there's a few scrolls that haven't yet deciphered.
So we could just cast them randomly and see what happens.
Yeah.
That always works.
Yeah.
I mean, you could like see what turns up as well.
Also
Yeah.
that.
I was in the middle of describing it.
Oh,
No, let's
is
just go.
it like stairs down, or is it just like a?
It was just a door straight in. It's
Yeah.
like it's not a big room.
Never-
It's only a couple of meters.
Never let
It's
the
not
DM
like
finish
Spike's
describing.
house where it's like it's the
No,
boys laying down and
it's not
stuff.
it's just an uncomfortable
Like
large.
There isn't a TV in here with a couch.
No, no.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Next script over. Let's go to Vampire too. You see some town guard arrive. They're like running out.
Ah, your
It's
friends.
What?
Town guard.
Town guard.
I saw them. They did some grave robbing. They went that way. I'll point wherever the guys actually ran.
Excellent. Make an deception check.
God damn it.
You're not even up here. What are you worried about?
That might be lucky.
Because the second question I have is, did you change form?
Yes, I said that before.
Okay, okay.
I was like, yeah.
Wait.
Well, I wasn't even able to talk.
Well, in your hybrid form, you can still talk. You're at your web or you're like,
Nah, you can understand. You can't talk. I got 13.
Really?
Yeah.
they look at each other. What's a town guard stupidity level?
Pretty high.
Pretty sure it's like mostly
Probably higher.
0 on everything. Everything mental is like 0, 0, 0.
Ah, so smarter than me. Let's get them badly, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
fucking a wet fart. Yeah.
Corporal Knowles looks at Corporal Colin and says, all right, this way. Let's start running off.
Good luck, gentlemen.
I keep drinking.
We come out of the crypt, I guess.
Unaware of the danger of those two lazy guards.
All right. Well, now what?
They didn't even leave somebody to inspect the, look after the bodies.
What bodies?
The two, one giant water
I was gonna say,
monster
the-
laying right there.
The
and
crypt,
that
what did we
bald
do
fellow.
to the
The
entrance to
graveyard.
the crypt?
It's always
Like, was it damaged or did we just like pry it open or?
Sorry, what was that?
They were trying to pry open. You guys had the key.
Oh, okay, fine. Why don't we just start dragging the bodies into the crypt and shut
As
the
you
door?
say that, above you, you hear a bolt of lightning. It's
It is hard to pay for good help these days.
I help,
going.
Yeah, I figured.
I help them tuck the bodies in.
Yeah, I give a hand as well. Not gently, just like.
In the
Was it like
guys.
10 minutes ago, for?
Something like that.
Yeah. Does that mean you can effectively use
You can spam it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like every turn.
So
you
it's
just
like
It's the
concentration.
druid equivalent of spiritual weapon.
Okay, so you lose it on a failed concentration check.
Well, yeah, because that's concentration.
The problem is you can't move it, can you? Like,
But it's a 60-foot area.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
designate
60-foot
it.
area. So.
The problem is underground, like the second, two-thirds.
Yeah, because it says you need 60 feet of height to let it off.
So you guys are there. You've stolen a destruction orb of the fire cult.
Excellent, we use it.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, no.
Well, not right this second.
No.
Yes.
We do.
No, he said no, so we're going to use it this second.
Yeah.
we do what we're hired to do, and we turn it over to the Zhentarim.
But then they're just gonna use it somewhere else. We might as well use it now. We go.
And I pull up the sending stone and go, can you hear me? I'm not quite sure how to use this.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
We've acquired the item. It cost us 2,000 gold.
We expect reimbursement.
Did you get the gold back?
No, we haven't gotten the gold back.
Is it
But
tax deductible?
we
It's the IRS again. Run.
may have a possible friend in the city.
Oh, good. We've had trouble getting in there. Bring it back to us. We'll get a caravan ready to take it to Zental Keep.
How weird.
I'm sure Manshoon will like to look at it.
I suggest that it's well guarded. There are many people after this, but yes, we'll make our way back.
From the description we heard, it might even destroy a whole league. Yes, it'll be well guarded.
Alright. Well, see you in. Will it take us to get here like a week?
Yeah, 508. So, but you guys will be going downstream on the way back.
If it's still there.
See you in 4 days.
You bribe those guards well.
A bit too well.
Well, at the time, that was petty change. Now I'd be like, nope, 3 gold.
You got 1 brick and arrow, thank you. So you guys return to your keel boat on the Zhentarim River.
I'm gonna stop in a store on the way back and sell some gem.
Yeah, so that's not a problem. I mean, I'm happy for gems just to be treated as their gold piece value.
Alright.
Because that's how people trade larger amounts in worlds like this.
I will keep them there.
Yeah. Because it's like you travel with a pouch full of gemstones rather than like a chest full of gold.
Or
I just like my gold,
Or platinum.
and it can't be stolen.
Or a bag of holding. So you guys get on your ship. It is still there. You see one of those guards is loitering around nearby. He just gives you a bit of a nod. Let's push away.
Yep.
Who's piloting?
Me, of course, with our candelabra ship. Survival check?
Nope. Land vehicle check.
On the water.
Aquatic land vehicle check.
Depends how poorly you pilot.
What am I rolling?
I think we just decided it was strength for you.
Sure. That's a 14 on the die plus 3, that's going to be 17.
Yep, so you work out how to put it in reverse.
Meep, meep,
Back out of the river.
meep, meep.
But yeah, getting away from the dock's a bit difficult. Essentially, you just get these guys to push you away from it. So you're spinning around it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I cast Water Walk on the two of us and we just go out in the middle of the river and wait for it.
Once you're in the centre of the river, it's a very wide, fairly it's fairly wide, fairly slow river, but it's not too hard just to keep it vaguely pointed in the right direction going. And you guys have a chance to have a long rest.
Yay!
I will,
4 in a row, in fact.
I'll draw.
We'll neglect it completely.
We'll see about that.
No, drow spiders.
Drow spiders, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Drows.
They levitate them across? What genius.
While we're,
Wait a second. It feels like a very personal dig in a previous campaign I ran.
while we're traveling, I'm going to give the jewellery to Emharis. Just thought maybe you might check if any of these are magical or not.
I can have a look. With a 20.
No.
They don't seem to be.
No.
Probably valuable to sell, but
Got the bag.
No, one of them's like a signet ring, apart from that, general gold, some silver.
it all seems genuine.
I take the signet ring. I'm going to start a collection.
Can someone please
Family trophies.
roll me a d12 and someone else please roll me a d8?
I get the D12. That's an 11.
2.
See, now realistically, if you get 5 of them, every time you punch them, they'll know the story of the people you killed.
Well, no, I can just lie about being from a certain family in an
My
area.
idea was my cool. That's what I'm gonna do now. I would just write names, people, and rings.
Yeah, that's boring. Roll again.
I just look
You guys
up.
always roll the same
10.
results.
6.
That's better.
Oh god, no.
That's right.
No, what have you done?
He said to reroll. Oh no, the monster manual's coming.
There's only good things in there.
So, do you guys have like some sort of watch or anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to watch the
Well-
water I'm piloting.
Also, he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, he doesn't. He has to rest.
Yeah, but
he
most
sits,
of it's
he
PlayStation.
sits there with the candelabra and just stoically takes watch.
Looking the wrong way.
Leg up, just.
So, who has
5.
watch?
Hold me.
Who has watch?
I do, with a natural 2.
We'll have one.
Is that your perception?
No, that was just my, would I be taking watch? And I don't want to, so yeah, I'm taking watch.
I'm very scared by the picture of the thing I can see on there. The one closest to me, the red thing.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
I got things that were like basically these things, and these things make more sense. So, I'll roll a stealth check for him. You hear a noise.
I look.
From the back of the boat.
That's a. Oh, wait. 6. 7.
I was gonna be very worried if you said 4.
So their stealth check was 2.
You still hear it.
So you look over into the water, you see a number of Salgan.
Are they all screaming sneak attack?
No.
Snake attack!
I know, it's like, they're like coming up the side, and I'm just like,
So they're starting to climb up the back of the ship.
Did we have a long rest?
Yes.
Yes. This is like the second day. Took them a little while to catch up.
Let me just,
Are
sorry.
they angry about their friend?
Oh, I'm wearing his cloak. Does this make you mad? Does this make you mad? And then I pull up his skin.
Does this make you mad?
Well, they have a skill called Blood Frenzy, so yes.
Oh my.
Guess what? So do I. No, it's called depression.
Oh yeah. What movie?
So what are you doing? Are you doing anything? You just mocking them?
I'm wallowing, okay? Let me wallow for a
Just
moment.
enjoy the self-pity.
Give me a wallow for a cold minute.
Alright, that'll work. I just don't say a word. Rush up to the closest one if he's on deck.
They're not on deck yet, they're still climbing the side.
Okay.
You heard them really early.
Then I'll throw a thunderous smite into my into my sword, and then wait for the first one to come up.
Yeah.
I'll be standing on the deck and not like over.
So basically, like they jump up and you're just like.
So you see a guy with a fairly poorly made trident. Kind of over the edge, he's got only got 2 arms, what a loser. Wearing just sort of like
He didn't glue his new ones on.
it's like large shells as like armor. Comes over the edge. Looks like you see another hand of a guy coming up.
I strike the first one.
Sure.
17.
You hit him.
And so 10, 17, 22 points of damage with a thunderous smite, and he has to make a strength save.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, so he just like
Has 22 hit points.
it's just like straight up, and he just like
He flies back. You are all now awake. I had to adjust what I was going to say just for you, you special boy.
Thank you.
Because I was going to say you're now all awake. Or you're all awake. Anyway.
as I punt him out, I just look at the next guy and go,
Batter.
Yeah, they start getting onto the edge. You see like 3 of them are now on the edge. Then you see one in sort of robes similar to the cloak you have, but actually robes. Get up behind them as well. Which is going to be their turn.
yeah. Alright. Should I do anything fancy?
Oh, one other thing you do notice is there's a couple of large shark fins in the water.
I take. Like, I step into the dead middle of the boat. I don't know if anyone gets an attack of opportunity on me as I step.
No, they're still getting up, and you said you went right at the end.
And then as my action, I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 2nd level.
Yeah. So what do you guys do downstairs?
I ran up after I heard the noise.
I'm gonna head upstairs.
I imagine I'd probably already be on deck somewhere.
So you see
You're
these
at
guys
the
come
front.
back.
So if I'm within range, I will cast
What are you casting?
Shatter.
Wait, we're on a ship, mate.
I cast a little bit higher to avoid the deck, but it will probably blast the balustrade behind them.
Cool. Damage.
23 points of damage.
Alright, let's see if they pass their con save. Because if they don't, my NPCs. What's your
15 DC.
Wow, unless they have negative con, they all passed.
I will use how many other?
3.
3 luckies, please.
Hang on. I better roll for the 3 passed and 1 didn't. Okay, 3 luckies.
Why not?
Fail. Natural 20.
He did well.
Natural 1. So
It was worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
2 of them are still quite near the edge, and as your shadow takes out the back balustrade and back part of the ship, you just watch as they crumple up and fall back into the water. You start hearing the water get frothed up as the sharks begin to feed. Another one.
Hungry boys.
Another one is just really badly hurt. How much damage was it total?
23.
And the one who the robes, yeah, she's quite hurt as well. So you were running up. I don't think you'd probably get there because you did have to, wake up and run up. Where are you?
I'll probably was asleep.
I would have probably been near him and currently shitting myself at this almighty boom on deck.
Yeah, you would have been asleep.
So yeah, I guess I'll lose this turn, like getting my bearings and sensors and.
All right. Can you two please make wisdom saves?
Yes. DC 20 or lower?
6.
So yes and no.
So it's one of the rogues casts a spell. You get frozen in place.
Cool. Good thing I've got armor like this.
She gestures, and the one remaining guy on his feet stumbles up to you, grabs you, and starts dragging you to the edge.
Okay. I'm less cool with this.
Now, do they take damage for touching you? Or does that
That's what I'm looking at. When a creature hits you with a melee attack, well, you have these hit points. The creature takes 5 damage.
Does triple count as a melee attack?
I know you use it as an attack action. I don't know.
Up to DM on that.
Yeah, I think that counts as an attack action. They happen to be like grab. So 5?
10, because I cast it second level.
He's looking a little bit sickly. They're not resistant to cold. I expected them to be. Anyway,
Resistant to fire, though?
nope.
Really? Water ones are usually resistant to fire.
Yeah, cool. What are you guys up to?
They're not used to being put on ice.
Aha!
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
That's 18 to hit on both.
Yep. Who are you aiming at?
The one grabbing 5.
Yep.
For 9 damage on the first one.
Yeah.
And 5 on the second one, which I'm guessing probably doesn't matter at this point.
So you just grab yourself from your side, like his hands and arms just get frozen. And then you just impact him twice and he gets knocked back. And where the hands are, they just shatter.
So he's still holding me with his hands are still attached to my arm.
No, just his fingers.
You just have to shatter to shake them off.
Can I for action call? Might be time for you to leave now. To the last one.
Call that, yes. She doesn't seem to comprehend. 5?
Can I roll to get out of whatever this is?
You're not in a grapple one. Oh, you're sorry. That'll be at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Wisdom save. Whole person.
Roll my namesake.
Everyone else?
I'm up on deck.
Yeah, with your movement, and especially if you want to burn a key as well, yeah.
Yeah. I run onto the banisters and see everyone. Do we have harpoons on this ship?
Probably.
I pick up a harpoon and I attempt to catch a shark.
Yeah. Sure. I think he's
Give it to the druid.
I got 23.
Yeah, they'll harpoon a shark.
Yeah, and I attempt to pull it in.
Make a strength check. Athletics if you got it.
Animal handling.
I was going to say, I'm probably going to give you
25.
half stability of is it bear strength?
So you got 25?
Yeah.
And as you're pulling it, you're starting to make pace on it, and then suddenly it starts getting easier. Pulling it. Let me just confirm how big sharks are in this game.
Oh, I only saw that yesterday, looking at the
I
average.
can't find the swordfish stats.
You need the password. Thank you.
Everyone's checking books and I want to feel included.
I've got 2.
I'm not.
I've got 2 monster manuals in front of me for apparently.
Top right. Top right. You're on the right. No, sorry, left. My right.
Oh, really?
Is that
Well, that's easy.
Or is there another one?
I think I'm thinking of giant shark. Well, it wasn't firing at the S. Giant shark. There we go. Huge. Good luck. As you got 25, you might need to get something along those lines again. Alright, that's around.
Do I get it?
You cast.
Yeah, I did.
You do anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, basically get to the edge of the boat. How many sharks are in the water?
It looks like 3.
Looks like 3. Okay.
These are huge, literally huge sharks. Like
Okay,
some of the
so
biggest
not
creatures
worth
you
jumping
see.
in like a frickin' moron. Alright.
They look big and tasty. Living. Too big, some might say. Boom.
I'm now allowed to come up to everyone
Yeah,
else.
you'll probably make it to the top, like, to the door.
Yay! So I'm going to get to the cup, and I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and it will attack the lady. Or whatever it is in robes. That's a 12 on the die.
That will hit.
Excellent.
Amphibian. Ladies.
That is going to be 11 damage.
Yeah. She is knocked unconscious.
Can I have my hammer just knock her backwards?
Off the edge?
Yeah.
Sure.
Excellent. Just.
At that point, you hear a couple other splashes. It's like the next wave start jumping off as well.
Advantage on the strength.
Can you please make another strength check?
Yeah. Hold on, my catch. I'll use lucky. Is that a single lucky to reroll both, or?
No, lucky you roll is 1 dice.
Alright, I'm still lucky then.
9% sure you can do that, but whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. It's gonna make it much better anyway. I got a
You can't
18.
because you have to choose the new die. Oh, I know you can choose. So well, that I don't fucking know. It's a weird thing.
18.
You feel like you haven't lost ground with it, but
You're not gaining.
Wait, didn't you get rid of lucky for 7?
No, I have both.
Oh, okay.
I'm human.
I thought you.
I have
I
an
only
idea.
look really short.
I have an idea on how you can get this shark up. Okay, so he's locked in place currently. If you can get back with enough leverage that you can wind the rope around him,
He's not
you
locked
can
in
use-
place.
More or
He just
less.
can't move. He'll just be pulled straight up.
No, we're
I'll
gonna
look this
drown.
right now.
Yeah, you can use him as a pivot, like a fulcrum, in order to like get extra leverage.
She's right. This will totally work my 7 intelligence. I don't have the right one.
I'm sorry.
Why have you just killed me? Not only will I drown,
the best way to get the rope is around his neck.
it's just gonna be like. And Truedream is gonna be like.
Now, see, as long as he's smart enough to not do it on like the open edge and like against the actual edge, you'll be fine.
You know what I'm thinking?
That's a bold assumption.
I'm 8 foot tall. I just go over.
There is also a mast.
I could just turn into a werewolf.
So what do you go with it? Like,
How close is the shark?
I mean, I'm frozen.
yeah, I mean, every round you can reroll. Oh, actually, no, she's not unconscious. It's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would just roll 17 anyway. As you suggest, I go, no.
Excuse me,
As I'm
Truedream did
wiping
not
fingers
suggest that.
off my arm.
You will know if Truedream suggests something because it sounds like this and not like this.
I can see the thinking in your eyes, and I go, no.
I can't tell the difference.
It's probably about the back of the ship.
Okay. Cool. No, that's alright.
So there's
We know what I can do on my turn.
another
that's
wave coming on. You said? Was there?
Well, no, they've all jumped off and left.
Okay.
all. And we have a shark.
We
So-
have a shark.
We shall call him Squishy.
Well, you've harpooned a shark.
We're in
Okay.
the process
I'm
of getting.
gonna run to the
Then
back of the
why
ship
aren't we trying
and
to
cast
build up?
water walk on the shark and bring it to the surface.
Excellent.
Okay.
Our legs required for the spell.
Oh, what?
Our legs required for the spell.
Well, do snakes walk?
No, they slither.
Yeah.
So
It works.
They swim though.
Water walk.
It doesn't mean it's out of the. Like, you still have to get up the side of the ship, but. Okay, that'll lower the DC. Make it on
It
speed
has to be
chain.
willing. It has to be willing.
It's not.
It's not
It works.
unwilling.
No, up to 10 willing. but you can target up to 10 willing. If you target
unwilling.
yeah, but if you target a creature submerged in liquid, the spell carries the target creature to the surface at a rate of 60 feet per second. So I'm assuming it's also I can target a group or.
Well, no.
There are three.
If we're underwater and you cast it on us while we're underwater, we just.
Yeah.
Anyway, can you roll another strength check?
Unfortunately, that's
Still advantage
what
'cause of the spell.
causes that. It's the gas tank.
I'll re-roll one of those, my
Yeah,
last
it's the
one.
gas tank that causes the bells.
There we go. 25.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of momentum because the shark doesn't understand what the spell is. So it just
Yeah.
like, it doesn't know to block it. And it starts to float to the surface, use that bit of momentum and the ball strength to whoosh, and now you have a giant shark on the ship.
I start punching it in the face.
Go, it tried to bite you.
What?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there as all like.
Did it bite me?
Oh, yes. It doesn't hurt you, but it bites you.
I kick it back in the water while it's got a grip.
No, I still tied up. It's got a harpoon. Stay away from my catch.
That you're holding
So,
onto,
I mean,
it's
you
like
are-
around your.
It doesn't. It doesn't have its natural weapons are magical. So you're so eventually it gets knocked unconscious.
Excellent.
Although it looks hilarious for a while.
I chop its tail off
Yep.
and then drop it in front of my cat.
The Spicer Beast pounces on it.
And then I scratch him. And then I
I would have left it on there and just let the displacer beast go for it while it's thrashing around. Yeah, I'm going to get a dagger and just start going through the side. We all know what I'm after.
Yep.
Small intestine.
Yep, that's
So
the one.
you pull out the shark heart,
Yep,
begin to eat it.
cool.
Are you sure it's not a Swahogan one that it ate? You can turn into a half shark person.
I'm thinking like Moana here where it backfires and I'm just a shark head or a shark tail.
Good movie.
So, yeah, you eat this giant shark heart.
Cool.
Everyone heard of canon giant shark.
I am very specific that this is a giant shark.
Yeah, I'm going to pay for this later.
A challenge rating 5 giant shark.
This is no magical bite attack.
Yeah.
That he cannot turn into until he's level 15.
I'm
Turn
very
into a
good at
pygmy
pushing my
giant
kid.
shark.
And I get back to drinking.
The giant miniature space giant shark. Yeah, so you guys get back to resting. Eventually you'll arrive back in the Barge Wright Inn.
Have there been any power plays since we've gone?
No. But as you walk in, Chalaska, the head of the swords, walks up to you and he's, it's ready. She's looking to head to Red Larch now. When she brings it up, just offer your services.
Yes.
I've got the rest organised.
I pull the box out and walk past him.
So you walk in and you see standard. So this inn, to re-emphasise, is massive. There's like a force of like 40 swords here. So, wait, I'll hold up the picture of it just so you realise just how big this inn is.
Nice. Wait. That's one inn.
Yeah. All the inns, I've worked out, the inns in all the D&D books are massive. It's like the Swing Sword Inn, there's 3 stories. And that was only one of like 3 places or 2 places in the city, you can say.
The biggest one I've ever made was like 90 foot by 90 foot and 2 stories. That's
This is also right next to a town. I don't understand why this is this big in here. It makes no logical sense to me. Although it is on a trade river, so.
Zhentarim.
It's the whole
The vector.
adventurous vibe.
So you head inside and you find an Alaska. Alaska, this is why people only have one name. I always pick the easiest to pronounce. And now, I've said she and he a variety of times. I'm just going to stick with they. Because quite frankly, I get my genders mixed up on all these NPCs all the time. They...
As we all do in this economy.
Yes. Are there? Just as soon as they see the box, they...
Yeah,
hello, sir.
I kind of like, I don't walk up and go, poof. I I like nod and then walk into another room.
No, we gotta do it like a guy trying not to be sexist. He or she.
So you put the box on the table.
They.
Good day,
Or she.
individual.
Yes, and they look at it. Impressed. Well done. I've contacted Central Keep for your funds. They've said it should arrive within 10 days. And apparently they've been very impressed with the reports they've been getting about you. And there should be some other toys arriving as well for you.
I like the sound of that.
I hope mine's a race car.
A what?
A race cart.
Race cars. Oh, yes.
With the fast horses.
Yes, yes.
Also known as a chariot.
Well, your cart is... No, you brought the cart.
Yes, I passed it on.
Some reason.
It was on the boat. Because it's our cart, Brad.
You never wait, you never know when you're gonna need to whip your horse and make a speedy getaway jump off of a ship.
Exactly, and we've got our horse right here.
I thought about that. There's one of the sharks. She says, while you're here, my Lorenzo has told me that it's a good time for me to go and make the buyout between Zhentarim.
Excellent.
Though Chalaska has been acting strangely, I don't want to place him in charge. Thought I might do you guys. Only for a 10-day. You'll know when the funds arrive.
I was planning to come and help you broker the deal. I put in the good word with the sheriff after all.
It's appreciated, but from everything I understand, the current proprietress might not like that.
Well, doesn't matter if she's selling.
Well, there are people who are stubborn about things and will charge more just because they don't like something.
Well, with the sheriff on our side, I think it will be much easier. And he doesn't know you.
Come if you want. I won't say no. So, yes, if you want to stay here and...
Can you show us around the kitchen and we'll...
Sure.
Well, not the kitchen, I meant like the bar area, like the main...
Give us the grand tour.
Yeah.
Well, the important thing is, she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a bunch of keys.
I take them.
Because you're in charge now. And you've got people working for you. They need to worry about how the kitchen works.
Alright.
You are promoted.
I start doing this. We're spinning around.
So, there is one thing I'll show you. Hold on to those. If one of you could bring that box carefully. So she leads you into a tower. It's sort of on the outskirts a little bit. It's quite reinforced. That key there. No, next one. That one, yes. Could open. There's a few more clicks than sounds like there ought to be. Alright, if you can open. You look inside and there's a couple of desks around, some ledgers and the like. There's also a couple of chests. This is the treasury room. I know exactly what's in here, so no ideas.
I just kind of like drift over and land on coffin.
I'm not there.
Okay, cool.
All the better.
But
Then if anything goes missing, let me know and I will warp.
But most importantly, and she walks over to a chest that looks exactly the same as all the rest of them, and opens it up, and it's empty inside. Because if you could place that in here, please.
Take my bedroll blanket off and put it inside.
She
Roll a dex check.
she writes a quick note about what it is and be very careful and stuff. Places it on top, open, so it's the first thing someone reads. She closes the lid down. Sort of waits and just give me a moment. Opens it up again, now it's empty. So every morning at dawn, check in here, at dusk as well. And sometimes there may be missives or things like that. So that's when your reward will come through as well.
Ah, interesting. I will I'll be sure to check here every morning and every night then.
Good.
Don't forget midday.
Stick head and bolts. How's a racing car going to fit in here?
see, like, reach up.
Just
Throw him in.
Excellent. Well, I'll get prepared for my journey. I'll head out tonight. If you guys want to start introducing yourselves to everyone, that'd be great. We can head off probably within the hour.
Very
I
good.
have a character question. Can I use all of my healing abilities at once to essentially just like wipe my spell slots, my lay on hands, and my use ability to essentially just the blacks like burn that I regularly put on my face to just basically just rip it off, like heal the scarring?
Really?
Oh yeah, until I do it again later at a later date.
Sure.
And basically get in front of everybody, just like hand glows and just like wipe it over my face and like
You just peel it off.
yeah, and like a charcoal in my hand and like and I put my hair up in a ponytail.
Get a quill.
A very respectable look.
Yeah, I start looking more businesslike and less.
Truedream's vapors are reducing.
as the camera pans out, and goes, I can't believe it's not her.
Oh, you look like you're ready for the job.
Get some glasses. Let you see me once I'm out of my armor. Wait.
Well,
I hear
I'm very
Truedream's been drawing pictures of that the whole
I
campaign.
mean, you are having trouble sleeping.
you're not wrong. Anything that would help, I suppose.
It won't.
So we will leave there for the moment. We'll go on our break and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. So we'll see you
In about 15
in
minutes.
minutes.
Bye.
15.
And now we're back.
Hello.
That really needs a quicker update on the refresh on the
Or we just need to start timing it so we can count ourselves in when we hit it.
I really need to start timing it so I can turn in with it.
So, they all leveled up now they've had a chance. Well, they probably did on the boat. And they're now in charge of the Barge Wright Inn.
Sorry.
Possibly you're wrong.
Well,
Nothing.
sort of in charge.
So the vault room then. I'd like to go in there and
Or he's got the keys.
what's the door frame made out of?
Well, it'd be stone with a metal door.
Also, the keys are. So I have the sword on tucked through my belt, and the keys are sitting on that.
Yeah.
And I've told the sword to let me know if anybody tries to steal them
Yes.
I'll just walk
because
up
it's probably
to
got a higher passive perception than me.
The sword has agreed to this.
I walk up to Emissos and hold out a gold piece and say, "Gold piece if I can take his keys from him and put it in my pocket."
Gold piece if I can stop him from opening the door.
Put it on the table.
When he's not looking, I can't polymorph the door and just stone around all the hinges and the locks. Just
So, stone shape, is that what you're doing?
yeah, stone shape.
Yep.
Holy shit! Wait, no, would polymorph actually?
No, true molly mob would.
I thought, oh yeah, true.
I
just
do.
said it.
I
Yeah.
do have a. One day I do want to play my character, which was a table polymorph as a character.
Brilliant.
Just I don't know. It's like a wizard needed otherwise, like an servant or something. So yeah, do you make it visible from the outside?
Oh yeah, like you can freaking tell. It's. I was going to say, does the door open inside or outwards?
Outwards.
Yeah, then you'd have to tell.
Yeah, because that's better reinforced for trying to bash in. Yeah.
You know, it'll do things like squish too hard up against the door so it can't move in the hinges and.
Certainly.
So I'm gonna try and take them keys
How are you doing that?
by casting, firstly, Unseen Servant. Can I just take the keys and then casting Minor Illusion so there's 2 sets of keys on his belt, and then getting my Unseen Servant to take the actual set while the other set's still sit on his hip.
Wow. Roll their performance, and I will roll the sword's passive perception. Actually, can you roll me a d20 for the sword's passive perception?
$25.
So how long does minor illusion last? It's a minute, doesn't it?
1 minute, yes.
So you get the keys.
Bring them back, take them behind my back and then hand them to Emissos. I believe you were looking for these.
I had no gold coin over.
Don't need it, but
So 5, the keys have been taken.
And I just straight up to the treasure room because that is the only place that was mentioned of import.
It looks like the door has been warped with stone around it slightly. So it looks secure. Way too secure.
I'm watching from across the room, quite amused.
Well, this is up on the top of a
As he walked.
Oh. Roll for smugness.
Natural 1.
You know, it's not that much better.
You almost thought I was smug.
You know what? I'll deal with that at dusk.
That's Future Me's problem?
Yep.
How many hours is it till dusk?
I don't know, how many hours is it till
4.
Because we can't get a freaking long rest in this door ain't opening.
I cannot find the name of this character.
I go find Koth and I tell him that Emharis said, can you look after these and give him the keys?
Alright, I can put them in my pocket.
Did I also say make sure no one else touches them in pain of death?
So while you're leaving the door, this little dwarf, well, it's fairly like stout and strong dwarf, comes up. He's got like a leather apron on, sort of craftsman outfit, and goes, "That's a problem."
Yes, wait, who are you?
Oh, me? I'm Scruffy. I'm the janitor.
Nice moustache.
Nice to meet you, Scruffy.
Handyman's specifically.
I'm temporarily in charge. Would you be able to fix that?
Should be able to.
I broke it down. Would you be able to? Would that help? Or
Yeah, that'd probably help.
alright, I'm gonna.
Of course, when I I'll have to log it in my report, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It was 5, was it? It was 5 broke down the treasury door and I repaired it. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Make the
And
notes.
How wide is the door frame? Like, is it a full stone wall around this?
Well, it's like a turret essentially on the edge of an almost castle wall. Like, it's how big the thing is.
as he writes down on his hand, he'll be like, yes, I broke down the door that was magically tampered by somebody else, and will be promptly taking a finger.
I can't afford pages that are wide enough to write that all down. Ink
I
expenses.
take like the 10 gold gems and drop it in his hands and goes, you do it.
5 was extra vigilant in the security, and I had to make sure in the safe operation of the door.
Thank you. And I walk away.
He tips his little hat, walks off.
Let me just rub off bribe.
Scruffy has a bribe. I could not find his character name. He's now Scruffy. Meanwhile, who's in the
Tavern
tavern?
Inn.
So there's a couple of people up at the bar, like looking for service. Hey, no, let's go. We're thirsty out here.
I'll walk in after a little bit.
If there's like 4 or 5 people up at the bar, it looks like some of them have just joined because they're people being rowdy. Alright, service.
Is Cough in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the bar.
Yeah. I'll turn to you and go, I'll give you free drinks as long as you're here. If you serve these people alcohol.
I'm currently drinking a cake. Look over. Sure. What do you all want?
It's like you realise your brother's paying for that, right?
They all order various ales and like.
I give them all just an ale.
Yep.
I will charge him.
And then I turn to.
So the standard price here.
Are you in there?
Sure.
I'm going to come over to you. I'm like, I'm going to need a hand. Running the establishment.
I have 2 of them, yes.
Oh my god, they are very much rubbing off on you. Running this establishment perfectly within my abilities. Managing this establishment and the children is... I'm not even a few hours into it and it's already a problem.
Management is not that difficult with experience. What do you need to know?
Well, the treasury doors have been bound shut in stone.
I know how to undo that.
Also, but what I would like to mention is that is really a treasury of the Zhentarim, which is unhelpful.
Then it should probably be left until later. Unless someone is breaking it from another way, which I doubt.
That's where orders, memos, and reports are going to be coming through, and then you do check it nightly in the morning.
That is why it could be checked at dusk.
Also, I click my fingers and I cast locate object and look for the keys.
Ding! At the bar.
And I'll just walk over and just like,
What?
give me the keys.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you. Who gave them to you?
I remember. One of the enemies.
Alright, good enough. And I'll stroll around looking at the first one of them I see.
First one of them.
First one of them I see.
So you're sitting there smug still?
I'm not smug anymore. I'm probably bored by this point.
What
Wait.
about yourself?
Yeah, I'd be fucking avoiding him like the plague. I know what comes.
He's there.
Hello, Five. How's running the tavern going?
What's your game?
My game? I don't like some dragon chess. You a player?
Oh, I have.
Quiet, you. You lost to me 3 times already.
I'll set the keys on the table.
He hears from Mario. Using magic move.
I would rather that while we're in charge and taking care of this inn, that nothing goes wrong.
Oh, yes, of course.
We're already in high regard.
Yes, I know. We've done a lot of work here. You're not going to do anything stupid and undo that, are you?
That's... I would very much like a promotion soon. I'm working hard for it.
Oh, good. We've all learnt it.
Yes, we have.
Are you going to join me for a drink then?
Later, I have to go unseal a door.
Unseal a door? Do you need a hand with that?
No, I'll be fine.
Well, you know where I'll be, at least for the next hour or so.
And I'll go back up to the tower.
Yep.
Are you taking me with you?
If you want
Yes.
to come along.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll pull up a little bed, and I'll sit the cat there. I'll give him a few.
God, cat!
We'll give him a few. Give him a few arms.
Yep.
And tell him to stay there and keep watch and attack anyone that isn't me or Truedream that comes to this door.
Yep.
Oh, and Scruffy as you
Yes.
open the door.
The secure room. I assume there's another room that backs onto it.
Well, it's like the second story of the tower, so there's a room under it.
Okay.
Nice
Is there
idea.
a room above it?
No, but there's a roof on the building.
Okay. Is there another external wall that doesn't? Can I go into the room next to it?
There's not another room next to it.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of like inner walls, like a corner tower. It's like bigger and more fortified than the other ones.
Okay. I'm gonna
And
go
the
to
door's in a position where any of the guards on any of the walls or inside can see.
Okay.
They're obviously not paying attention.
I'm basically gonna walk into that hallway.
Yep. So you're on the wall. So there's 5 in the dog.
Yeah.
Kit Kat.
God, cat!
I'm gonna wait till 5 and Truedream leave.
I don't leave until the door's done.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm gonna.
I see you walk in though, and I'm like,
Just as you do that, I melt into stone, go through the wall, and I'm gonna wait on the other side for Scruffy to get through.
So I want to investigate this stone because
Yep.
I haven't seen this before. Do you want me to make some sort of check in order to get grasp of it?
You can do history. You can also do religion if you want.
I bash on the door and say, it looks just as bad from the inside.
Ah, yes, my +0 in both of those rolls.
not into stone, you can't walk through, you can only just into it.
Yeah, you can't move.
I thought it said I can go like
you just
60
go
feet
like
into it.
essentially it's like you carbonate yourself in the wall to like
Oh, okay.
I had to read it recently because it was one of the spells I could have taken.
I
And
was
was like, oh, I can't even
I
move.
was
That
super
sucks.
excited when I got that as Cass, and then I read it. I'm like, fuck.
It's not that handy.
No.
It does clearly look magically done. I believe you have access to the stone shape spell.
Yes, I do. That's what I was checking.
Yeah,
And
you-
what I was checking for is it only works in 5 feet in either direction. How much is a foot? It's a ruler. So, like, would 5 rulers be enough to get the entire size?
Yeah, because you can divide it up.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so in that case, that's what I was hoping for. I'm going to cast Stone Shape. So, because I had literally just read it. So Truedream like takes out some clay and like shapes like the archway while doing some chanting, and then kind of like a scale model, and it just pushes outwards more, and the stone like moves
On the inside. Oh, you're on the inside.
No, that's all right. I'll get out of the wall. I'll rummage in my bag, pull out some papers, go dwarf incompetent. Like read out loud as I write it. Dwarf incompetent at fixing door. Cleric's help required, and walk off.
The door's up now, as it was.
It's like,
I open the door, I move the cat's bed inside.
Door's stuck just a little bit bigger.
I move the cat's bed inside.
a fun thing about the stonework spell is it can also do a latch and a lock, but not a complex one.
Good to know. I'll
Oh, never been in here before. I have to check this frame on this side to make sure I've done a good job. Union rules.
I grab him by like the head and like turn him out.
You're not going to mess with the union now, are you, man, sir?
Yeah.
It
So
depends
liberal.
on who the union works under. If it is under Westpac, you are fine.
I look at him and go, the structural integrity is fine.
Well, I mean, if you've got your stone grafters, guild license there, I'm happy to take your word for it.
I sure do.
Okay. He walks off.
Truedream just like preparing to get like her holy symbol out.
I close the door, lock it from the other side, check, and is it around dusk? Is it getting there?
Yeah, probably close.
Then I'll check the chest.
Because Zental keeps pretty decently far to the east anyway. There is stuff in there. There is 2,000 gold in here.
And we divvied up with ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
If everyone was playing nice, actually, Koff might get some.
You have no idea I was even involved.
No, that's smugness.
So 1,000 each.
Yeah, fair.
You also see there is a necklace there.
Interesting.
Sort of has some sort of blood red small rose on it.
I'll take that.
Feels magical.
Interesting. I don't wear it yet, but put it in my pocket.
There's also a warhammer in there. Don't ask.
Truedream kind of just like picks it
Yeah.
up and like looks at it.
It feels magical.
Licks it.
Because it's magical, it changes size
is
when you pull it out.
It's like that big, and then you pull it out. It's like,
Clearly, it was all put in by a little imp.
yeah, that's actually probably exactly what they do. They have a goblin specifically to put things in these treasure chests.
So Truedream just like plays with the balance of it and like feels how it goes.
Oh, exceptional.
Ooh.
And it gets to the full size in your hands, full Goliath size.
Ooh. So like it grows?
Well, it starts off, it's only about that big, and you're sort of playing around with it, and it starts to match the exact size that you would want it
I've seen this effect somewhere before.
Does it throb?
with the boots. It's now. Yeah.
Erect.
Moving on.
Please.
Close the chest. I still have the
On the
sending
remaining
stone for
Raskin?
they.
Nalaska, who is visibly mad.
Yeah. And I will message her, and
No, I want to be clear about this before he turns into some sort of joke. I just accidentally referred to him as the she.
Several
I know,
Yeah.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember their name, so I sent it. Like, I don't know which one's male and which one's female.
They're both male, that's the problem.
Oh!
Here's more than one game you were wrong.
Okay, yep. Now I see the confusion.
I assume they weren't. That was where I went wrong.
Alright. I'll message him.
Can't believe you just assume their gender.
And
I know, I've learned my lesson.
I'll say we're having a few problems here.
I haven't even left yet.
Yes, no, the problem is not the inn. It's the people that I'm with. Within hours, the treasury room hinges were turned to stone and it was sealed. Also, your janitor is very unloyal.
We don't have a janitor?
I knew it. That's why I kicked him out of the room.
I mean, we have a maintenance guy, custodial stuff.
Oh, but well, he said that handyman.
Yeah, the handyman, yeah.
Scruffy?
Yeah, Scruffy, yeah.
Okay, so as long as he's legit. Yes, it's the problem is my adventuring party.
Well, I'll head off. I have a plan to see if I can catch some of them out.
Alright. Is there anything I should look out for?
Well, you've clearly found some problems already, so more of them.
I'll keep track. And that's it. Over.
In the meantime, I message Cough behind the bar and say, you know, people would think quite kindly of us if we offered free drinks and you're in charge now.
I just reply, any free drinks I give out, I'll to myself.
And everyone else, go on.
The people at the bar are like, whoa, what about us?
Come on, it's a party.
You'd be cooler if you did.
Be cool, Cough.
Don't be a shit prick.
I can't
That
believe,
guy doesn't get his beer.
I can't believe the Prince of the Apocalypse module is just business simulator.
So Nalska walks up to you and just slides a note on the table and just keeps walking. It says...
Why that folded 400 times?
It's origami.
It says there may be a trader in your group. If you can stay until at least nightfall, perhaps tomorrow, whenever you think it's safe, then catch up. But don't tell anyone that you're staying behind.
We've
I'm never half
played this game
raging. We
before.
suspected this.
Meanwhile, Lee's going, shit, I'm onto myself.
I stand against a dark corner of the wall and just sort of tap my head and message her. And say, I might not be the only one.
Look, there's a trader.
Yes.
They triple
You just get like that mirror and the guy's like...
Then I roll my eyes like, you might have a traitor here too.
Yes, that's why I wanted an adventuring party to do this rather than anyone internally.
I'll message and say, is there somewhere private we can talk?
My office. So you related before where the keys were handed over.
Yeah. I'll head over there.
Yeah, so he's in there.
Probably.
Alright, yeah, so apparently the treasury room's already been tampered with.
Yes.
Attracting some of the wrong sort of attention.
No, I believe that was Emissos. He was trying to make sure it was nice and safe. We want to make sure it's sealed while we're here.
Make a deception check.
I can assist if you want.
You're not there.
Damn.
Lucky didn't know.
Is this guy here?
Actually, that's
He's with
12.
the rat on your shoulder.
16.
So he's like, okay. It's probably not necessary.
Better to be safe than sorry. Especially with 2,000 gold in talks.
So I left you in charge. It's about dusk now, it should be already there. So we'll have to undo it.
I think it's all been undone already through no help of 5, but... the man with all the soldiers,
Yes, Chelsea.
can I trust you?
Yes. I mean, your superior in Zhentarim.
I trust you not to mention my name with whatever happens next.
Trust me, if anyone asks, I will get your name mixed up with Emissos.
Yes, that could work. He's approached me and asked me to... No. The other man that I've forgotten the name of.
Chelsea.
Yes, him. And he's asked me to make sure you go to Red Larch. He said he's got a plan to usurp your position here while you're gone. I was going to wait till we just hit the road and tell you so you could double back.
That is a concern. He does have, sort of swords on his side.
Surely you have some sort of backup.
Of course.
Well, his plan is to do it while you're gone.
Interesting. Well, perhaps I'll leave and just pulls out a sending stone and hands it to you. Takes the second one, puts it in the pocket. Red Larch is not far away. Let me know if there's trouble.
Well, I'm sure there will be. I don't know what sort of trouble. I'll let you know.
I think I will make a shot of leaving now.
Very well. So am I to pretend to come with you or stay here?
I pretend to come. Yeah, it's very best you come. Pretend to come. Do you have any invisibility magics?
Yes, amongst other things.
Very well. Yeah, he starts walking to the door and he thinks for a moment, walks back, opens like a chest to the side, pulls out a nice short sword, appears to have like a sheen across it, some gems in the hilt, covers it up. Some insurance.
Never be too safe.
Heads out to the stables. Seeing this happens well if you're paying attention. Gets like a long bow, straps it across the back, quiver. You see it's like a flash of armour, which you probably would have noticed already. Gets up onto a horse, offers your horse as well.
I very loudly say goodbye to everyone in my party and climb up on the horse. Good luck, Five. Hope it's not too much for you.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Hiya! Open the gate! We are off the way to the Red Larch!
Yes! To Red Larch!
That was a pretty decent score considering you're assisting. Head off.
Third horse comes flying out of the stables.
I summon my steed.
No, I would have done things like throw a few packs or something to make it look like I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And as usual, not tell anybody.
So what's everyone else up to?
Drinking for your alcohol.
I'm keeping the 2,000 gold and anything that the tills are down. Every day I will replenish using party gold.
That's fair. I will move
To be
my.
fair, I am steeply overcharging these.
No, I know, but it's more
Take some out of it.
I'm using party funds to basically fix anything that goes wrong. And did the other person stay here? The sword?
Yeah.
Alright, and I will. A couple of things I want to do in prep. My cat's here. But what I also want to do is talk to my sword for a moment. How you doing?
Quite good 5. What's the 5?
Are you able to communicate with me at a distance? Or is it only when you're by my side?
I communicate to a few hundred feet, a few hundred yards. At least beyond that, I don't know, to be honest.
From here to the inn, would you say? Would you be able to reach me?
Yes. It's no further than my crypt to the throne room in the previous castle. But
would you be comfortable with me leaning you against this chest to or the back of the door? Well, no.
I'd prefer not near that chest in case I fall in.
That's fair enough.
Can you summon me to your hand?
I don't know. Can I?
I don't know. Can you?
I'd like while he's like on the ground, I just kind of like try to like.
It doesn't work.
Well, that was a bit of a cock tease.
Damn untrustworthy sword.
Well, Lady Stormbanner could do it. Although she could do it with other weapons as well.
I would like to be able to do that. Maybe it's something I'll work on. I guess I will.
Rename you to the
Where can I
sword
prop
criminal.
this sword up so that if anyone comes in here and tries to rifle through the place, it will fall and tell me, even if he's fucking blind.
Facing.
And cut the face off.
You hear it.
Honestly, no one outside the party, and even then there's probably a bit of even if no one knows it's a sentient sword, but it's a clearly valuable magical sword. If someone's in here to like steal stuff,
They will pick it.
they'll steal the magical sword. It's worth more than the gold.
What I will do is, because the chest opens upwards,
Yeah,
I will sit it leaning against it, so wall side.
yeah,
So if it was going to be opened, they'd either have to grab it or
yep.
move it. So, and there's no risk of it being, unless it's like.
I was very scared that pencil was going to come past my glasses.
It's alright.
Okay, so yeah,
Had an emotional moment. So yeah, I'll lean in there and I'll go downstairs. My cat's also in there as well. And then I'll do innkeepery things, see people in rooms.
cool. Can you roll? What's your style of innkeeping? Like businessman or like more like charming, sort of entrepreneur?
I'm not a ledger kind of guy.
Can you be
I'm
a
you're a front man?
yeah, like you're kind of at the bar, like, hey, how's it going? What do you want to eat? Going through the menu, just like selling people shit.
Having retail flashbacks. Cool. Can you make a performance check? Maybe actually retail deception check? Nah. Performance.
Lifestyle. Imitation.
Oh fuck! Of course I didn't take performance. 10.
Killer. Intimidation. You will buy the soup.
So as the night sort of starts, at what point do you turn around?
I imagine not far out.
Yeah. Cool. So essentially she's...
I'll give her the horse to take with her, so it's not
Yep.
suspicious the horse is returning.
Sure.
Ah, sorry, him.
Yeah. So what, so she grabs that. It's like,
He.
Yeah. Hey. Then
I was referring to she being the horse.
It's a good save. It's a good save. It's a man.
So I'm just so confused now.
It can be a girl if you want it to be. Like, it's maybe a module, but it's your module.
I look up at him and say, I could possibly be of more service if you wanted the swords on your side.
Oh.
Go on.
Just a moment, I turn around and wipe my hand down my face and turn around looking exactly like the captain with my mask of many faces.
That's handy.
I could command his soldiers to follow you instead. Or do a traitorous act in front of them.
Yes. Perhaps find out some more information. And if he was to let some information slip in the main tap room, that would not be the worst thing in the world.
What sort of information would be prudent to have him slip?
Things that are true. When he's going for questioning, the truth will come out.
About usurping, perhaps?
Well, as long as it's true.
Well, that it is.
Like I said, if word gets around and he'll be taken for questioning, the truth will come out. So,
Yes. I'll make sure 5 sees it. I'm sure he'll make sure the questioning's done.
good. Good. Excellent. I probably won't travel too. No, I'll keep traveling. Yes. Well, very well. Thank you very much.
I have an idea.
If you do this, I will be very grateful.
Imagine the opposition will be quite secure and you'll have a garrison when you come back ready to go.
Of course.
Turn around, wipe my face and come back as Emharis. Happy trails.
You too. She starts heading off with her 3 horses. After a little while, she pulls out a sending stone, goes, yes, the wizard's going back. This is what you hear.
yeah.
He thinks I trust him. Keep an eye on him.
How is horse number 3 tethered?
Not very well.
Yeah,
You're just following along.
Yeah. I'll just like do the thing that horses do, just like jump in a shadow and fuck off.
Just keep going. He just keeps going. Meanwhile, you're seeing in the main room, people are clearing some tables and creating some space. It looks like some people are taking bets and the like. From what you're gathering, there's going to be soon a fighting ring set up.
I immediately put my name down.
Wholeheartedly encourage this. Start pulling out some of the expensive stuff.
Truedream starts banging on the table like, fight, 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 fight.
One of the two is, we know, it's still setting up.
Bite.
Are there any weapons behind the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
There's like a cudgel.
yeah,
This is probably like a sword.
yeah. It's just anything. I can use anything, just as long as there's something there, so I'm not actually left without something to smite with.
Yeah. But there'd be like a really like solid like
Yeah,
hickory.
Smart little whiskey bottle.
yeah. It's
Anything's a weapon if you try hard enough.
If you get,
cute.
get like a bottle of like
Glenfiddich.
serious like spirits, then do burning strike. That's my.
Molotov.
So over a little while, eventually they set up. We'll keep it simple. If people are interested in getting involved,
Absolutely.
I'm just watching. I'm selling.
it'll be
I'm riling people up.
athletics check, constitution save. What's the third one? I think it's a dex save.
That's the reason I'm not participating. The dex save. I've got the athletics and the constitution. I ain't got the
Rolling that
dex.
20.
No, actually,
right?
it'll be athletics and it'll be a single attack and it'll be a constitution save.
Nope. I will not participate. I rolled a 3. I figured if I would pass a death save, I'll participate. If I fail, I won't. So, riling people up from the crowds.
16, 16, 16.
What as he starts the fight, I pull out one of the nicest bottles, and I go, whoever wins gets this, and I prop it up on the table.
There's renewed interest. I will roll for the champion of the inn.
But I already rolled.
You're not the champion yet. You gotta win the title belt. This is what this is for.
Excuse me 1 moment. Which scammers would use at least different things when they write in? I get bored
Credit where
very
credit's
quick.
due.
So everyone's like trying to punch you and stuff, and it's just not working. Besides, you're a monk, because you're invulnerable to being punched.
If he rolled 14 or higher on the dice, I'll lucky it.
There goes my natural 20.
Yeah.
There goes my 19. So this guy comes in with a tactic to wrestle you to the ground, and it would have worked perfectly if it wasn't for those rascally luckies.
Yeah.
I got a 20, a 4, and a 19 on the dice, and I then got a 3, a 4, and a 2. Thanks for the luckies.
They're very good for me.
So he comes in to try to like tap you to the ground. He gets most of the way, but then once you're down, he like takes that as his moment to like start punching you in the back of the head, like a charming gentleman he is. He starts hitting you in the head, and just nothing happens. You just reach around.
Oh yeah, right.
Ah, the coward's punch.
Being completely surprised, he thought you had you to rights. He's very quickly knocked out. There's a bottle on the bench.
Ooh.
No one's identified juiciness. You seem invulnerable to being punched.
I say I will fight as many people as willing to at once for the bottle.
A few people mumble, they talk around. They come in and that looks like 6 guys coming to fight you.
Excellent.
You roll again, please.
Yeah. I jumped it and I read the first one. Jeez, God damn it.
And
Now you still might
the
want
important one.
And that's why you shouldn't have used it up.
12, 6, 12.
You win.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, you beat them all up.
Yeah. It's like they can't hurt me.
Yeah. You watch as he comes up to get his bottle of drink. He's bleeding, and it's not stopping.
Like where?
From like his kidney, it looks like. Just a it's like such a small cut you haven't even noticed. but it's not stopping bleeding.
Truedream just kind of like leans over, like, I think he drank too much. His liver is giving out.
Can I have a scan around to see if anyone's holding a dagger?
Sure, make a perception check.
13.
No one's holding a dagger, but you're looking at those guys and they're all picking themselves up, really hurt. But one guy sort of like says something to another one, and you see the other guy just like pat his pocket and give a nod back. They sort of have a little chuckle to themselves. You are taking damage, it's just you haven't worked it out yet because it's blood loss.
I slide the bottle over to him. Actually, I'll walk out behind the bar, hold your arm up, put the bottle in your hand, and then just beeline over to them.
You now take an exhaustion.
Alright. Feels kind of tired. I keep drinking.
Yeah.
I just crack in the bottom side.
Oh, actually, he's still. I'll pat you on the side and cure poison on you.
Alright.
Because just.
He now becomes undrunk.
That's my. He hasn't drunk the bottle yet, so.
And he's already been drinking today.
I know, but he hasn't drunk that bottle yet.
He's sobered up.
I'm
He
on like
collapses.
6k, it's fine.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, so you head over?
Yeah.
Are you still holding my hand?
No.
Alright.
Hey, skip it to the middle of the room.
Where
Another round, barkeep.
where did he pat himself?
So like looks like a hidden pocket on. It doesn't look like he has any pockets on his like pants, but he sort of patted where his left pocket would be.
Go for his junk.
Yeah, sure. I cast.
Junk.
I cast Wrathful Smite on him as I grab him.
Sure.
Okay, neck or junk?
I mean, he can try and dodge it if he wants.
He's pretty. It's not he's drunk, but he's also slightly concussed.
All right.
You just grab him.
And that,
Or junk?
then a
I cast cure.
wisdom saving throw,
Nope.
and he is just like terrified. Also,
Yeah.
I just realised that I, as a barkeep, just naturally have a superimposing presence when you stand near me.
Yeah.
And then I just like lift him up off his feet a little bit and reach into his pocket. What is it?
So yeah, you pat down. It feels like there's something metal there.
Like,
So it takes you a second to pat around, and there's like an extra like bit on the top of
yeah, like
pants.
false
Like
pocket
yeah,
kind of
false pocket. You just pull it out. Looks like just goes between two fingers, just a little bit that sticks out. And as you pick it up, it does actually feel slightly, maybe not magical, maybe that's slightly the wrong word, but it doesn't feel natural.
Yeah.
And it's this sort of rusty red, twisted metal, blackened slightly. You're anathema. It feels fiendish.
Like,
You're still bleeding, and you've taken another level of exhaustion.
I just like clench around him, that's unsportsmanlike, and then just like punch him in the stomach with it twice.
Oh no.
Yes!
And then just like drop him on the ground.
Yeah.
And then just as he's sitting there and starts to bleed out, I'm like, what is it? As I just like clench and go to punch him again.
He's like frozen in fear and blood loss, and your friend goes, it's this thing that people who are unsportsmanlike, like that guy, you can actually hurt them.
Is there a way to fix it?
We've never used it before.
Or he's possibly about to die for that.
Guy's like trying to like cover up his wounds. It's not working. Nope, it's not working.
The blood just keeps coming out.
Take him to a healer as I was like.
Yep. So they're like, yes, just they drag him off.
Don't stab people in my inn again! As I turn around to the rest of the
room's like,
no ticket.
yeah, you lost the crowd that don't stab people, but no ticket. Yeah, I get that.
You want to keep? It goes like in my pocket.
Everybody holds up their drink. Ticket.
So you're now aware that there's like a wet sensation down your leg.
And not the good kind.
It's very rarely used from the back.
I take
What
him,
is the good kind?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I take him into the back room, so he's not bleeding all over not bleeding all over the bar.
I don't know, do you follow? Oh, you're pretty out of it at this point. Yep.
I was like, Truedream! As I push him in there.
So you just kind of like pulls inside, like, yes.
And I go, as I. No, they're fine. I'll leave patrons for like 5 minutes. I don't care if they steal some shit. And just like tear open cross shirt and see if we can see the wound.
Yeah, it's really small, like almost an X shape. And it's just bleeding.
Now, I have I wouldn't have had a long rest by this point, so I wouldn't get that spell slot back.
Can I see if there's anything still in there?
Perception check? No, yeah. Medicine check might work better.
Natural 20.
You look, it doesn't look like there's anything in it. But looking over, you do remember that you have heard of infernal weapons before. Normally, from things like bearded devils and all that, they tend to require either expert, like seriously expert mundane healing, or magic healing. Otherwise, they just keep bleeding.
Then I'll see if just my A's-mere ability to I'll throw 7 hit points into him.
As soon as any magical healing goes into him, yep. The wound closes, stops bleeding.
I go back to drinking and operating the bar.
Yeah, so you walk back out. There now appears to be some sort of greased pig race.
I enjoy this place.
It's like they were just waiting for you guys to walk out the room. They're like, cool, next thing.
I walk out and I'm like, oi! Outside, we can build a nice track for them.
Scruffy! Scruffy!
There's plenty of space. I'm just going to build a semi-permanent pig racing track.
How do you added?
Yeah.
No. Like a cat run, but like it goes on like multiple layers. So like they can do like a whole obstacle course and go like vertically up.
There's going to be a pig jump, just like the Royal
Yes!
Show.
No. What if we just build a fighting ring with the pig tracks around it, and then they double the stands?
Yes!
What that says about your customers. So meanwhile, you've gotten back.
I was going to say, I would have tried to bump into you on the way back, being a horse, moving a lot faster.
Yeah, through the streets I've just been walking through as my normal self.
Well, yeah.
Along the path.
The road, yeah.
Yeah. Whistling nonchalantly, gazing up at the stars.
Horse turns up.
Yeah, horse turns up, cart goes past, Emissos is standing next to you, relays the information that, perhaps
hello.
you're being double-crossed.
Yes, probably. Wait, am I awake? Yes, of course I am. Wait, you're here?
Yes,
Where did you come from?
the horse.
Okay. Makes sense. Wait, I'm being double-crossed.
Yes.
By who?
Well, what's his face?
I don't know. What is his face?
Well, the dude that we thought was a dudette, it's the dude that's...
Ah, yes. A very effeminate man with long hair.
I'm not seeing a girl who looks like a boy.
Ah, you mean fine.
Well, now I don't know what to do. I feel like I can tell you. I'm not even sure what I'm doing myself. I'm not sure who I'm going to double-cross. What do you think? I was thinking perhaps we'd put them in power, give them the soldiers, because they technically outrank the other person.
Sounds like fun.
But if they're going to betray me, well, fuck them, quite frankly.
Everyone should die.
Maybe.
Maybe you need some soldiers.
Yes.
Then we have lots of people to terrorise.
Do you know who's involved with the betrayal?
So far, just what's his face?
The betrayal bill.
Now see,
But
there's
he did use the
something
sentence
really
to talk to someone else.
Yes.
Betrayals.
Interesting. Who would they have been talking to? That's alright. Fire will get to the bottom of this. Let's head back. and then we get back.
That's a bold assumption.
It's so much easier.
So you guys think
We can't have done any worse, and we get back, and there's squiggling hogs running around while people are bar fighting in the middle of it.
So there's people like racing the pigs through the half-completed track that people are trying to hastily put together with like tables and stuff they pulled out from the thing. People
I don't let them use tables.
I'm waiting for Koff to be like, another thing I can win drops into the big race.
Surely there's some spare lumber around.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, we use that.
There's one kid who's randomly in town who's trying to make some has just been chopping lumber for hours and hours.
And like we
and
also
hours.
like dig some tracks out and like pat down the dirt, so it's got like little bits of like runs on the edge.
How many people would you say are in the inn?
Well, there's at least 40 people with weapons, so...
That's enough people to make a decent couple of lines of people, and you don't even need wood. Just slap on the ass as they run through.
Yeah, and they're disciplined enough because they are like soldiers, sort of. Yeah, actually, if you just give the instruction, I want a pig track, Chalisker will start ordering people around if you tell them to. Because they're bored soldiers who are drunk, and make me a pig racing track. How convoluted do you want it?
I'll be like, I'll tell Chalisker, I need 3 straight lines of men with enough room for a pig in between them.
Bonus formation 3.
They're just like...
Wow, I can't believe that works. We don't even have a formation 2. So
they practice this on.
Yeah. They set up and they will put like shields down and they get like swords ready to like pat pigs on the ass.
Are there any unattended pigs?
Of course.
Cool.
Well, there's pigs that are momentarily unattended. They are currently greased. They're ready to race them already.
They just needed the excuse.
I'm quickly cleaning the bar as well. While they're outside dealing with the pigs, I'm lifting tables back up, rearranging it so it's more like an inn and not a fighting ring.
I do help you
So
with
when
that.
they walk back in, it's just going to be in again.
I help you
No,
with that.
unattended kitchen. I'm going to go in the kitchen see if I can find any.
The kitchen are unattended.
Oh, well, yeah.
But yeah.
I come back in just looking like a traveller
Yep.
and walk past and message 5. I'm like, meet me in the office, if you would.
Give me 1 second, I've got to rearrange his tables. And I'll like, lift the big shit with Truedream and like, you alright with the chairs for the moment?
Yes.
Alright, I'll be back
And
in
she
a
just
moment.
starts lifting like multiples at a time and just putting them down.
And then I'll head up into the office.
The blood's already been cleaned up. It's like that's sawdust has been thrown down.
Yeah.
Hello again. It's me, Emharis. I'm back.
Well,
Looking different.
No, I'm Emharis again.
Oh,
in
you
the
got
office.
that. Okay.
Yep.
I gathered as much. I didn't see a reason why you'd leave.
Yes, well, I was thinking that is the rightful agent of Zhentarim here, but there's someone trying to usurp them with swords.
Chalisker, yes.
Yes, and I don't think that's right. So I was going to help, but apparently she plans to betray us. He plans to betray us.
He's very cautious. It might not be betrayal, but he's definitely worried about us. I wasn't... This morning I had a conversation with him because the door was sealed and things were immediately a problem, so I...
Oh yes, that was Emissos who was trying to keep it safe.
19.
Lucky.
God damn it, that was a 4. No, is it Cox?
I think that's
That's
his. I think considering the one you said before with dog, that's definitely tough.
12.
First.
Is that a natural level?
No.
It's a 79.
I'm going to dive myself there. That is a 17 on deception.
So what does your guide look like?
I'm just...
You're like,
Oh, help me! Oh, crazy space patron!
Crazy patron would insist on me telling you.
it was unhelpful. I mean, you were there when I was told I have to check it every dawn and dusk.
Oh yes, I mean, you know Emissos though.
I'm waiting for the druids.
I plan to run this business, but this inn as best as I can.
That's
Make
a
it
nice
as
offer.
profitable as I can. But at the same time, I don't like somebody.
So Pokelot's free!
Maybe that'll keep them busy for a while. I don't enjoy somebody lauding the fact that they have
Yeah, I'll be going after a pig.
swords over somebody.
Yes.
And if really they could be under somebody who's actually connected with the Zhentarim, that'd be better. Whether they trust us or not is none of my concern.
Well, I need you to do me a favour if you can.
Of course.
I know you have the magics to find certain items. Apparently, Emissos overheard them using a sending stone.
I pull one out.
Yes, like that. To say that they didn't trust me. Can you track that sending stone down?
If I tried currently, it would really only find any mine. I haven't seen.
Or could we take yours and move it further away for now?
I might.
I happen to know someone who can run very fast as a hyena.
I might be able to
Wonder if we can
detect
get faster as a pig.
others like it, like similar items.
Yes, we need to know who's carrying them. Because if she's telling the man running the swords, well, then we're in more danger than we thought.
Alright. Well, this is on the first floor, right?
The office is the one. It's just sort of behind the front bar.
I'll just locate object for sending stone.
Yep.
Ping, ping.
So there's not one. Like I will allow you to exclude one in a person. That kind of makes sense.
I kind of expect.
So you're like looking around. There's one forward, side to the left, about a meter, 2 meters. Well, yeah, 2-3 meters away. His jacket pocket.
Any coming from outside?
You only find the closest one.
Oh, it is 1,000 feet.
Yeah, but the
I message Emissos and like, Emissos, can you please come to the office? The one with the big table, first floor, where we found the keys the first time.
It stays up for a while.
I say okay, but you hear squealing in the background.
squealing goes.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So I get it.
Well, I assumed you
Yeah.
did giant hyena form? Yeah.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have been in my uniform. I would have been running because I can't afford to waste my last. If I want to enter a pig race.
Make a perception check, or animal handling check, whichever one you prefer.
It's not going to be good.
Spell can locate the nearest object of a particular
6-13.
Yeah. I'll
13.
Yeah.
wait here. And off.
I'm just going to get Emissos to run it outside.
You find it, but there's like one other guy with you who's found it at the same time. This is a big,
Yeah.
beautiful boar. Big, beautiful boar boy.
BBB, the triple B, if you will.
Oh, also, I have this, and I'll pull out the rose necklace. Like, one of the rewards.
You want
got.
it?
I don't
You want it?
don't know exactly what it is.
You want it?
I seem to want it.
It's a rose, like your
What?
patron.
It casts sleep, doesn't it?
That is a 22 on Arcana.
You get it.
It's asleep.
You feel as soon as you touch it, your magics have improved.
My magic seems to have improved.
So functions.
I will start attuning now.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if it needs attunement. Probably, actually, no, I would because I'm going to do 2 things. So essentially, it functions as a roll of the pack keeper +1, and the amulet necklace, whatever it is, that allows you to cast any wall or cantrip as of DC 10 Arcana checks. Just like we talked
Magic
about
seems to have
before.
increased.
It's over 9,000.
Cool. Important thing. Speak with animals, and I'm going to tell. What was it? Sir
Porkalot.
Oh, Sir Porkalot. To run, piggy, run.
No, he is and continues to.
Yeah, cool. That buys me some time, and I'll go and see Emharis.
Yeah.
Hello. This stone,
Hello. The stone.
can you run as far as you can for 15 minutes that way and then bring it straight back when you're done?
What if I just bury it in the wall?
No, you have to run.
Okay.
Good for the fitness, good for the heart, keep the cardio up.
Knees to chest.
Take the stone, drop into a hyena, and just fuck off.
Soon as he drops into a hyena,
And then it morphs into his person.
you pick another one.
There is another one here.
Oh, never mind, you don't have to leave. Stay with us, in fact. Might come in handy.
Fucking goal. Like it was just boom into a room full of.
He'll be back in half an hour.
I have a theory. Do you think it could be a test of loyalties?
doesn't really matter as long as they don't know what we're doing.
Well, no, I think that maybe they're... Sure, they argue over who's in charge, but maybe they are both loyal to the Zhentarim and they're just testing us.
Oh, let's find out who's holding a sending stone.
I'll walk outside.
Yep.
And
As he goes outside, is there peak chaos because a hyena just ran through the open yard?
Frantic squeal.
Yes. How close are you running to the 40 armed men?
It's me. I would have gone straight through the freaking front door.
Okay, so by the time they're still like watching like speed races and someone's like, the giant hyena! Like, what?
Just
here for one night, while this night this tavern's at a fucking scene. They're gonna tell stories about this for the rest of their lives.
They're welcome.
One time I was at the Barge Wright Inn, fucking... It was a night.
Okay, Google, turn into a giant hyena.
So it's just the watch goes, I didn't hear that. Tell me again.
So yeah, you follow this locate.
Yep.
So you head around and you eventually get led up to the third floor rooms.
Yep. Anyone there?
Well, there's a door. It
Is
seems
it-
to be behind the door.
Is it Treleska's room?
You don't know. The door doesn't have a nameplate on it.
I knock on the door.
There is no answer.
Can't fast travel either.
I go back down. I knock on the door again.
There's still no answer.
Could just open the door.
Door is locked.
You have the keys.
I do have the keys.
I just wanted to see him kick down the door. And then be like, oh, hang on.
Maybe you use the keys. Like, you put it into the lock, then... hello?
Housekeeping.
Hello?
Sorry,
Housekeeping.
deep thought.
Housekeeping.
Very well. Key, lock, that little sound means it's open. Proceed.
When did this happen?
When did what happen?
When did the other innkeeper talk into the sending stone?
Oh, well, judging by when Emissos caught up with me, probably a half hour ago.
Treleska was downstairs at the time, wasn't he?
Yep.
He was downstairs.
Yes. So who was she talking to?
Let's deal with this a little bit more casually. We know which room it is.
Well, maybe your new friend will know, the one that maintains the place. No, who stays here.
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't believe Scruffy is the interceptor.
I'd rather ask some questions than... We never know. It could be trapped. It could... I'm not good at these things. I'm better at getting things out of people with my words.
We could just walk through.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Do we have an expected date for once
Through
it's supposed to
the
return?
door?
Yes.
10 days.
10 days. Cool.
You mean while it's closed?
Yes, or we could just use the wall, if you prefer.
I'm rather confused right now. I can't do these things.
Well, luckily I can, I suppose.
It's on the 10th day.
Shall we then?
There's a wall's just like waiting on the
Can you-
track. Wait.
Will it damage it?
Oh, I don't think so. I put my hand on 5 and just cast Dimension Door if you're on the other side of it.
Oh.
So yeah, you appear into a room it's sort of middle like trader like merchant's quarters. There is a cupboard. It's in there.
You find
is there a
Scruffy.
desk?
He's in a leather harness.
There is a desk.
Is there any notes or letters or anything on it that would signify whose room it is? No convenient letterhead.
Cloak with that
There
name sewn
is
in.
actually writing implements on the desk. You proficient in history or investigation?
Don't think so. Nope. Somehow proficient in insight though.
You are?
I believe I've got investigation. Let me just double check. I've got history, sorry.
Yeah, okay. History is enough. You recognise that this writing setup is what a noble would have. It's set up for like wax seal with a signalling and stuff like that.
Seems to be some sort of noble staying here. Have you seen any around the inn?
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't gone to the ledge. I'm fucking. I have the ledgers downstairs. I can just check.
You're the
these
manager
notices.
now.
Yeah, look at me. I have the ledger now.
Well, there is some good news. I walk up to it. It unlocks from the inside.
It explodes.
Nah, it's one of them feather gale doors. It looks on the outside.
We were just really stupid and didn't really.
Yeah.
You're there on the inside going,
Well,
shit.
well, I guess now that it's time to open the cupboard.
Well, I think I might have a rest. I'm going to go and lie on the bed.
Yep. So you head off. So you open the cupboard. You look inside. A series of nice clothes. It's a very nice blue velvet jacket. Has like silver buttons on it, things like that. Yeah, it's in one of the pockets.
Alright. Take her to this room. I'll close everything up. Lock the door again. Unlock it. Let Emharis out. Like, not really going to help us until we figure out whose room this is.
I'll work it out soon enough, and I lie back in the bed and just start disappearing into the shadows.
Call me if you need, and I'll look for the door. And I go.
Okay.
What are
They've
chances?
got to come back eventually. I've got a new pack feature, which means I disappear into shadows.
Oh, okay.
So
You
you
have a familiar?
creepily hiding under
You
the
have
bed.
a familiar cat just be petting when he comes
We
in.
have turned on your webcam and we have seen everything. Pay us $1,000 or else.
Now my displacer base suits your aesthetic.
So at that point, with the pig racers going, how far away did you run?
Yeah, I haven't turned around yet, so I've been rolling this
15 minutes.
He said 15 minutes and then come
It's
back.
getting worse.
Drinking and presumably getting involved in the pig races.
Oh, running.
What was Truedream up to?
Oh, there we go.
I was finishing setting up the tables, and then because I wasn't asked to come in with everyone else, I'm just gonna like watch the pig races.
Yep. So Truedream watching the pig races. We will leave it there. And so we'll be back on Wednesday for Dogs of Mercy.
Yep, let's see what hell wreaks on this prime material plane, because I mean, it's probably going to be fine, but who knows?
It's never fine.
What? Just because hell's emerging from the ground, it's fine.
Never goes well.
This is
They
fine.
have hell of a time.
All these adventurers get in the way.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Thursday we will have Star
Star
Wars,
Wars.
Dangerous Beasts,
And how high?
and how are them?
Just to hide them. Don't,
And
that's shitty.
we'll most likely see you on Monday. I know Cody will be busy.
I might be here.
might be-
I might be a bit late.
You are
I'm
ready
going
as
to be.
Warlock.
Yes. I both exist invisibly and don't exist invisibly in that random stranger's bed.
Yep. That's what you told
The
them.
plus side is I can't sleep, so if they lie on me, I'll notice.
You want to help me know before that.
So,
No, it's his fetish.
I bet you he says that to all the girls.
Why do I?
If you lie on me, I'll notice.
So glad we got reimbursed that 2,000 gold. So I can just
Our ill-gotten gain.
basically maintain this inn. The furniture maker in town is going to be making a fucking fortune.
they probably do. But it's like, you're in the Barge Wright Inn.
Wait till he gets the order tomorrow morning for fucking pig stables.
Scruffy has to build them.
They're gonna come back and their massive inn is gonna be like a fucking Coliseum center.
Yeah.
Grease pigs everywhere.
Every Friday, the entire town comes down and participates in the games.
I, for one, I'm looking forward to our fortnightly pig races where we can come and gamble and have a great old time.
I love it.
There's all these nobles staying, and we've turned it into a pig racing stadium.
Someone's got to do it, right?
So we
On
will,
the upside, Red Larch is going to look fucking shit hot by the end of this.
we'll send you off on a raid. Ryan's Rebel newbie D&D session. It's down you, so we'll send you there.
Sounds cool.
Have fun. And we'll
But
see
not
you
too much. Make sure you come back here.
Yeah, we're
We're the best.
Great advertisement, guys.
Thank you. We're going to try that again because Brett can't type.
What?
Oh no, it didn't
So
work.
please bear with us while Brett does his very best. He's our special little guy and we know we'll get there eventually.
He's not built for tech, okay?
You can do it.
He's built for speed.
No.
No, that's it. That's working.
Okay, just saw the error message. I'm a professional.
That was your old error message. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by.